Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm SWC, and this is the Ancient Minister.
I am Pluff27. I'm here.
Pluff's gonna be joining me on commentary. If he knows anything about the game, maybe. We'll see.
I've seen you run this game a couple times.
Enough.
Yeah, I lurk in your chat a lot, so that counts.
We're also joined here by Espresso with the fly shoes, so...
Oh, those fresh kicks.
Right?
So fresh.
Wow. Look at those. Alright, so thank you all for joining me for my speedrun of Super Smash Bros. Brawl, all challenges. Time starts when I say go, time ends when I get the 128th challenge. See you guys in 50 hours. Ready?
Time ends when we both pass out.
Alright. So this is Subspace. Cutscene percent, as was donated by a lot of people. Thank you all for that. And if you want to count me down...
Do we have... Is the name Bid War for this Smash Brothers, or is that for a different...
Actually, you're right, it is. I need to do that.
So
Is it the same as last time?
It's Gooby, yes, with a capital G.
It is. Thanks for reminding me.
Yep. Oh man, I have to figure out what donation incentive I'm gonna plug, because we already met cutscene percent.
Alright.
Okay.
My very complicated controls of tap jump off, and that's it.
Oh my god, I hate tap jump. I hate a lot of things about how, like, the Smash games control, but I hate tap jump the most.
Yeah.
One of my, like, fighting game hot takes is that melee controls like garbage, but anyway.
It kind of does. Alright, count me down whenever you're ready.
Alright.
And let's get started.
In 3, 2, 1, go.
Alright. So, enjoy your cutscenes, everyone. We have about 50 minutes of them in the entire run.
They are so good.
Ooh. The first 20 or so minutes of the run are a little dry, but they're alright. They're good enough. I'll narrate through these as best as I can. So here we are on Trophy Island, I think it's called? Something like that. And they're trophies, and they fight each other, and we're gonna fight Mario. Because we're mean.
It's like an exhibition match.
Pretty much. Like, they just do this because it's fun, I guess. I don't know. So I picked Kirby because Kirby's cute. Only reason.
Kirby is cute.
Mario's not cute.
Mario's not cute.
So we're just gonna inhale Mario and then die. So that was quick. And more cutscenes. So hope you all get comfy. I'm going to.
Oh, I'm very comfy.
Pitt is a onlooker, not in the stadium, but he's just watching through his TV screen in his table. He's ahead of our time, obviously.
I have seen people put TV screens inside of tables for like D&D and stuff. I guess he's
Mario literally dies and Kirby revives him.
Yep. Yeah, it's like never really explained exactly what it means to be turned into a trophy, but it looks like you can't become untrophied willingly.
Yeah, there's two situations where you can become untrophied. There's being touched by a non-trophied person, and another one which we'll get to in a long while. It's also not explained, and I'll also explain that later. There's a lot of stuff that was actually cut from Subspace cutscenes, and a lot of like the actually important stuff is not here at all. Nice. So that's fun.
That explains why this makes almost no sense.
These bugs are kind of explained, not well, but like kind of. So these primate things are made from Subspace bugs, I think they're called, and we're gonna fight them again with Kirby because he's cute.
Kirby is cute.
So we're just gonna hit all these guys, because they're mean. These cloud things are also mean. Thanks. That primate hitting that shell was actually really helpful. So, as somewhat obvious, item spawns are random. Some are good, some are awful. So these blast boxes are very bad because I can hit them and they explode and they hurt me, and that's not fun. The blue spike ball thing I had earlier is good because it kind of just provides a kind of like a trap. You kind of just set it down and things can walk into it and get hurt, which is pretty nice. Some other things include hotheads, like the big fireballs. Those are nice. The Franklin badge, which reflects projectiles, and a couple other things. Some things to note are there are no Pokeball spawns in Subspace, and there are no assist trophies. Probably because of like the adventure-like quality and camera stuff and all that. And yeah, I'll be reading chat. I'll be reading chat. So if people ask questions or try and say stuff, I'll be there. Yeah, it was explained on the dojo website, but like the whole unexplained lore that I was talking about earlier. But like, if you don't check the website, then like, you don't know. Stickers are actually banned in speedrunning for Subspace, and they're also not good, so it really doesn't matter.
Damn, why you gotta roast stickers
Mainly
like that?
because they're completely RNG, and I guess you can like give yourself an advantage, but there's a single task of this game that I know of, and it uses stickers to spawn Earth home run bats. Also, PD is not explained. He kind of just comes out of nowhere.
There's a lot of just like coming out of nowhere in
like Wario just comes out of nowhere here. Like, I don't really know what's going on. This gun makes you trophies. It's just a convenient KO cannon, pretty much.
There's also like a couple ways to become trophied. You can like get hit with the trophy gun. You can also get hit with there's like these golden discs that make you a trophy.
Yeah.
Wasted. And then
so cutscene percent is every cutscene seen in the any percent run. So there's a couple we won't see, but there was only like 2 or 3, I think.
I can't believe we're missing out on lore.
I know. Warp Star Ex Machina. And that's the end of Midair Stadium. Finally. So now we have a quick flashback to Pit, watching competitive Smash on Twitch.tv. He's approached by Palutena, who is not playable in this game, much to the dismay of everyone. They had to wait 6 years for to be able to play as her.
Anytime, so you know how people abbreviate Smash 4 by like replacing the A with a 4?
Mm-hmm.
It's like a thing. I always mentally read that as Smorsh. Because I like try to pronounce the 4 in the middle. So I think the Smash community as a whole should start pronouncing it Smorsh. Or Smorsh.
People are calling the new Smash Smush for Ultimate.
That's so good.
So now we're going to be Pit. He kind of just falls out of whatever he came out of. I guess that's Kid Icarus stuff. I don't really know about it. And he's cool. He can fly.
I hear he's busted in
and we're going to
Smorsh.
actually exploit his flight reader. Smorsh.
I'm going to call it Smorsh. It's going to catch on, dude. It's gotta.
Rip Smash 4, though.
Honestly.
So we're just going to fall, use the up B to get some nice momentum, and go into the door. Hitting that box is required for some reason, and it's annoying, but whatever.
What happens if you don't hit it?
You can't progress. You just can walk off and die.
Great. Love that.
Yeah. So here's the halberd, which is the halberd, I guess.
It's a Meta Knight's ship, featured in Kirby Superstar and probably some other Kirby games.
As known from Kirby.
As known from, you know, that Kirby thing.
Yeah.
I loved Kirby Superstar Ultra. That was the DS port of Kirby Superstar. It was great.
Mm-hmm.
Some of my favorite games as a kid.
Yeah, you can use the trophy stand to trophyfy enemies. The trophy gun is only used in cutscenes.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna fight some more Primids. They're annoying.
Honestly, Pit's winged eyeliner is so on point, and I just want to give a shout out to that. It looks so good.
So because I'm not used to playing in 4.3, I'm used to playing in like the 16:9 mode, it feels like I'm going a lot faster than I actually am. But I think it's just because like the game's smaller. I don't know. It feels different, but it's not a big deal. Still the same game. This fight went oddly. Alright. So, Pit finds Mario out of nowhere, because Mario got conveniently launched to this spot. There's a lot of really nice conveniences in the whole storyline here. And there's also some really, really convenient islands that Mario can jump to. If they weren't there, he would kind of just fall, and who knows what would happen. Alright, so we're coming up on the first skip in the game. We're going to abuse Pit's glide to fly over the whole level and fly over a fight that we're usually supposed to do. So, if I could... Yeah. This one isn't too bad. Okay, I'm happy I said that and still got it. That one isn't too bad. There's a couple of ones that come later that are difficult. And there's one skip that does not include gliding, which I'll explain later. I need to remember like when to mash when the stage clear thing shows up. Because I can't skip cutscenes. So now we cut back to Kirby. Hanging out with Zelda. The Halberd's also here still. Halberd's actually in two places at the same time. And now we come on the most useless room in the game. Or most useless section. There's no use to it. So I'm gonna run to the right. Alright, ready? Then I'm gonna jump. And then I'm gonna run to the right again. And that's it. There's actually 2 bits of tech in that room as well. With the jump, I air dodge at the top and kind of cancel it by landing on the ground, and that makes the jump faster. And I dash attack into the loading zone, which saves maybe 5 frames. Yeah, that's actually the hard. Yeah, that was the hardest. That's the hardest room in the game. I'm happy I did it well. So something I'm doing in between like load zones, you can buffer a single input in between doors and like starting a stage. So during the cutscene, I was just holding down B to transform to Sheik because Sheik is faster. And I'm gonna like dash out of doors and stuff later. I paused there because I was used to something spawning in like a different way and it didn't. I think it might be because the game is smaller actually. Is playing in 4.3 the new tech? Anyways, I'll look into that later. Anyways, yeah, Sea of Clouds is kind of straightforward. It's a very basic like platforming stage area thing. There's a couple force fights later on here. This one being one of them. And these mites, these like really tiny stick figure things, usually pretty okay, sometimes awfully annoying, so hope they won't be too bad here. I missed it, but it still worked. Something about these boulders, I only need to shield them once, and then they can never hit me again.
Yeah,
I believe it's something with how the hitboxes work, because that box is like a single hitbox. Once I shield it, I can't get hit by the same hitbox again. So like the hitboxes don't like happen more than once, and it's weird. But you shield it a single time, and you're good.
It's probably leftover code from the multiplayer, because that makes a lot of sense for like a fighting game. Just not a lot of sense for like a boulder chasing you.
So this is the first really good cutscene in the game.
Wasted.
So, the Hambro and Goomba and Bullet Bills stole DK's bananas, and he's upset. And then Diddy comes out of nowhere. Like everyone, they all just come out of nowhere.
They're just in time. I mean, that's pretty classic,
And
like,
sniped.
fighting game, action movie trope.
Cool monkeys don't look at explosions.
Honestly.
Yeah, Fox was, he's kind of cameoed, and then we'll deal with him later.
The point down. I forgot about the point down at the end of that cutscene. It's so good.
It makes no sense. It's just like, just go. Like...
The point down is there's a point down emote in Dark Souls, and in like the Dark Souls competitive multiplayer, like pointing down on someone is like the ultimate disrespect.
So these cannons are a new element to deal with. They're just cannons. Like, they're just like Donkey Kong cannons. The ones with like the blue rings you need to press A through, but I kind of just mash the whole way just because it's easiest. I have to wait a bit for the last one because if I was mashing there, it would just send me into the void and kill me. That's not good.
Can you recover if you like tech off the wall?
It's hard to tech. You really don't have like a lot of time to do it.
Gotcha. I know enough about like Smash that I can sound like I know what I'm talking about. My favorite Smash game is Rivals of Aether. Don't at me.
Agreed. What do I need to hit still? Alright. So the big mushrooms are also a very good item. Because they make you go faster, hit harder, and are just good overall. The only downside to them is they take a little while for you to transform, and you can't really do anything when you're either becoming large or, like, not becoming small again. But for the most part, they're a good item to have. So I don't actually need Diddy here. Here we have a meta trophy stand. It's a trophy stand on top of another trophy stand. That is very important to get for RNG purposes. And also luck. Also that water bottle. So I missed the damage boost. You can, it's kind of weird and it's not too consistent, but you can hit a bullet bill to get like launched up to that platform and get in the door earlier. So I picked DK for this fight, a little faster than Diddy. He reared up, so I couldn't hit him with the dash attack, but that's jungle. And they got their bananas back from that one singular hammer bro.
I wonder how many DK games revolve around getting their bananas back from people that would try to take them. Because I feel like
most
lot
of them, I think. Yeah, most of like the country ones at least.
Yeah.
So Diddy's ready to fight Bowser with the cannon. I want to say it's actually called a KO cannon.
I mean, if we just start calling it a KO cannon.
Let's look it up real quick. It's not.
Dang.
Alright.
Well,
KO cannon is something in Terraria, which is not this game.
Terraria is pretty good.
It is. Alright, so now we're gonna go to the plane, which is the first stage without a cutscene in the beginning. Very important. And we're just gonna run to the right and dodge enemies and hit blocks, for this part at least.
The speedrun is a lot of
gripping
running to the
gameplay.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you can run through most enemies because fighting game, so like...
Pretty much, yeah. If they're not attacking you actively, you can just run right through them.
Taking DK's bananas is like kidnapping Liam Neeson's family.
They keep doing it, but it's not a good idea. Alright, and that's the first room. Next one's actually kind of difficult. There's a couple forced fights, and a couple items that I'm gonna want but don't really need. Franklin Badge, Super Mushroom, and Hothead are probably the best to get here. But they're not super required, they just make it a little faster. Also throwables like the Beam Sword are nice, just to get extra range with, but I don't need it.
Lightsaber? I see no lightsaber. That would be copyright infringement. I see a beam sword.
It's a beam sword. Very specifically a beam sword. Alright, so this hothead's really good. I'm gonna kind of charge it up with fireballs, and then just let it rip. That's also copyrighted. By Beyblade.
Seriously?
Probably.
That's hilarious.
Hotheads are not Beyblades. Do not treat them as such. They will burn you, and it will not be fun.
I don't know, like, what the Beyblade slogan is. Otherwise, I would try to make a joke.
The Beyblade meta.
What's the Beyblade meta looking like right now?
The Beyblade meta is Overwatch Competitive Season 1. That's what I've heard. So that's plain. That actually went really well. Those fights were pretty good. And here's the Ancient Minister again. He's kind of important, I guess.
He's like kind of he's the antagonist for like the first act or two.
Yeah, he's the intended antagonist along with Meta Knight.
Yeah.
But those are both in quotation marks, as we'll see later.
This game has like you'll see the plot is incredible.
The plot.
This is why you want cutscene.
Alright, a lot of things in this cutscene do not make sense, and I will outline those as we get to them.
Oh, I think this might be one of my favorites.
Alright. First off, Rayquaza should not be in the water. Rayquaza is the air guardian. Should be hanging out in the air. That's Kyogre's job. Okay. That's first. Second of all, Fox should be dead now. Spoilers, he's not. And what else? I could complain about Diddy's fur not being wet, but that's animation, that's hard. But yeah, Fox should not be alive, or not on fire at least. And that's that, and now we're gonna fight Rayquaza because he doesn't make any sense.
I mean, Fox is top tier for a reason. Like, I wouldn't be surprised that he could survive
True.
that.
That's why. He can just tank a Hyper Beam. Hyper Beam is actually a 2-hit KO.
God, the reflect continues to be incredible.
So yeah, this is Rayquaza, the probably most unfair boss fight in all of Subspace, honestly, maybe minus Taboo. On higher difficulties, this fight is awful. And there's also a lot of bad RNG that I can get here, which I've already gotten. Dig is probably the worst move to get, along with Fly, which is not that one. That one's also pretty bad, but Fly is when he kind of just like flies across the stage left and right, and it's really hard to hit him because there's hitboxes everywhere. And the higher difficulties just make all the moves faster, and it's just awful. But that's why I'm on easy, because it's easy. Diddy's like, hey, we gotta do stuff, and Fox can understand him, maybe. And he just gets dragged.
The Star Fox characters get dragged into things a lot in this run. It's like a theme.
Really? They're both just like, alright, I'm done here, see ya. And then Diddy's just like, no, you're coming with me.
No, world to save. Is Donkey Kong Diddy's dad, or are they just like friends?
I don't know. I don't know the DK lore.
The deep lore.
So like I mentioned earlier with the buffering, I'm buffering a jump right now in this room, so I can do an up air. Missed it, but normally I would jump, then up air and hit the block without hitting the ground first. It's not really a big time save, but it looks cool if you do it right. Oh, I got hit by that guy somehow. So this area is kind of annoying. It's just a lot of backtracking. So we're gonna run to the right here, kill some Goombas, run back, and then back and forth a bit. That Mega Mushroom is actually really good for this specific room because it just lets me run way faster to the door.
I totally didn't even realize that Fox does like the Naruto run with his hands behind his back. It's so good. Honestly, if you haven't done the Naruto run at least once in your life, what are you doing?
You haven't lived until you become Naruto. Alright. So I tried to charge up smash because I thought it might have worked, but it didn't. So usually what I do there is just uncharge up smash into uncharge F smash, but I tried to be cool and it didn't work.
Dang.
Trying new strats on the fly. So collecting stickers is fine. It's cool. Doesn't lose time. Collecting trophies doesn't either. Collecting CDs does. Very little bit, but it actually does lose time in the long run. And of course, after I did all challenges, the Brawl just loves taunting me with giving me like 100 CDs per Subspace run. That's great. For those who don't know, back in May, about a month and a half ago, I did the all challenges run of this game, which is 128 challenges, which include things like complete All-Star with all characters, complete Classic with all characters, boss battles with all characters, play the game for 50 hours, or be in a Brawl for 50 hours rather, and things of the nature. So the run took just over 50 hours. That was fun, and I'm gonna do it again in the future.
You're gonna do it again?
I'm definitely gonna do it again in the fall, yeah. Because I know my time is, like, not good.
Yeah.
Like, I lost time to game crashes, and I also overslept, so, like, come on.
The most incredible thing was losing time on your speedrun due to oversleeping.
I woke up and I'm like, aw, how long have I missed?
Yeah.
But yeah,
you can get down to like 40 hours, I think, optimized.
I think 40 hours would be like TAS or something. Okay. I'm going just for like sub 48.
Yeah.
But yeah, the idea is you're kind of like given sleep breaks because you're required to have brawling. You're required to brawl for like 50 hours, and you don't actually have to do anything there. You could just leave the game on with a couple controllers plugged in a brawl, and then you can just go to sleep with no issues.
Yeah. And so, it counts like for each player. So if you're in a 4-player brawl, then each hour counts for 4 hours. So,
right.
Yeah.
So the so you only need 50 divided by 4 hours of an actual brawl, which is nice. That's why my run's just over 50 hours, and it included a challenge that was Brawl for 50. So yeah, we just killed Shadow Bowser, which was a very good fight, by the way. Grab him, throw him, and down air him just to spike him. And then the real Bowser's here, trying to kill Diddy still, but he isn't successful.
He's laughing, though. He's having a good time.
It's like, I'll get you. Don't worry.
I haven't forgotten.
I'll be back. He's not actually gonna come back. So now we have the darkest part of the run. Yeah. Here's Lucas. Here's preemptive to the Mother 3 run tomorrow. Spoilers, Lucas is a character.
Oh my god. How could you spoil Mother 3 for me like that?
I'm sorry. So then Lucas, like, gets his... Or not here, actually. Never mind. I'll talk about that when we get there. Another thing that makes literally no sense whatsoever. Like, there's no logical reason behind the next cutscene. So, we have an auto-scroller, so if you have anything to say, go ahead.
There are a couple donations that were done that I don't think ever got read. We got $5 from Claris that says, girl. Thank you, Claris.
Thank you.
We also have $22 from, you might have heard of this guy, swc19.
Ooh, he sounds pretty cool.
Yeah. He's easily the coolest Brawl runner I've ever met. And his donation comment is just a cat face, which is wonderful. I would also like to take this opportunity to remind everybody of sort of who we are and why we're here, especially for those that...
Hey, there was no donation.
Oh, there is $22 from our favorite proto-magical girl that says cutscenes. Anyway, I would like to take this opportunity to remind everybody of who we are and why we're here. We are Speedruns Rochester. We are a speedrun group local to the Rochester area, which exists because we wanted it to. I'm sorry. We put on speedrunning marathons a lot like this one. We've done charity marathons for Extra Life and have also been featured on some larger speedrunning channels like Games Done Quick, most notably. We're putting together this marathon to fundraise so we can put on better marathons in the future. In particular, we're looking to get some better audio equipment and also a dedicated stream PC. And I was laughing because my roommate came in and flicked me off and then left. What a guy.
Alright.
Also, debated, there's another auto-scroller.
almost done.
Almost done.
So what I was trying to do in the beginning was just sneak behind the statue, but that's very hard to do, just like consistently. There's really not use. Alright, this makes no sense. How do you get your entire foot stuck underneath that? And like, what even is that? It like might be a root, but it's like embedded in concrete. I don't get it. It's just a plot device to get Lucas stuck and introduce Ness.
If only Lucas had done like one attack during that auto scroll, he could have just wrecked the giant stone guy. Oh, wait, just kidding. This is where we fight Omega Porky, right?
Yes, this is Porky. He's an annoying boss fight as well. It's not as bad as Rayquaza, but he does a lot of damage, and it's not fun. RNG can also be pretty bad. Like that. And that. Both of those moves have been really bad so far. Oh my god, this is probably the worst RNG I can get in a boss fight. Or in this boss fight specifically. I'm dead, yeah. So, Porky has a really big hitbox on top of him during that, and it's annoying. But, we'll finish it with Ness. Alright. And now we're not going to see Ness for a while, because of reasons. Hey look, it's Wario. He's back from Mid-Air Stadium. He got here somehow.
He's really fast.
Yeah.
He's like One Punch Man. He just ran.
He's just machine gunning these things.
Dude, Ness has those fresh hops. There's no way. No way he'd get hit.
Oh, then he got hit. Rip
Lucas
Ness.
is a weenie, though.
Yeah. Always go for the weaker target.
Yep.
Wario is a little creepy when it comes to grabbing Ness. That's a little weird.
Yeah, just a little bit
also,
weird.
I wonder why Wario doesn't like untrophyify Ness. Maybe you need to have like purpose when you do it.
Yeah, I think you gotta like want it.
Yeah, I guess so. Wario's kind of just collecting trophies for his collection, I guess. That's really not explained, but
this was foreshadowing Amiibo, is what this was.
Nah, Melee did that too. They were all trophies there too. Hey look, it's Squirtle. The only Pokemon that Pokemon Trainer has, for now. And we're not even going to use him, because it's not good. Sorry. We'll use him later. Alright, and here's the actual part of Ruin Zoo. The platforming part. So we're just going to use Lucas's pretty cool mobility and speed and jumpingness to get through this fairly quickly.
Yeah, for a lot of the platforming sections, a lot of who you pick is just determined by who runs the fastest. So you can run
pretty much
faster.
That does lead into that Subspace's like run speeds with all the characters is normalized for the most part. So it slows down faster characters and it speeds up slower characters. I think this was done to kind of like let every character be able to finish all of it, I guess. So you'll see later with Captain Falcon, he's gonna look a lot slower than he usually is. That's because of this normalizing factor that's added to Subspace, which is kind of annoying because you're really slow. That's not fun. But nothing that can be done about it.
Do you think maybe they did that because there's a couple like timed door puzzles that you have to do?
Possibly.
And if you're too slow, you just can't do them.
Other things that were changed in Subspace is that gravity is greatly increased. If I ever get a metal box at Kirby, I won't be able to gain height at all. Like, it's just not possible. Because gravity is just so high. So that's cool. I'm gonna go for a skip just because I can. I usually don't, but why not? So basically, I'm gonna jump to the very edge of this platform, jump over this fight, and so I didn't have enough momentum, or I didn't have the right position on the right, so I triggered the fight and just died.
Yeah, that's a really difficult fight skip.
It is. It's very precise where you need to be on the platform. If you go like any further, you just trigger the fight. Usually this fight is slow enough that it's okay to trigger, and skipping it maybe saves about 10 seconds. It's not too big of a deal, but I just like going for it because it looks cool.
The real punishment is that you have to use Squirtle for the rest of the level.
Yeah, thankfully there's basically nothing after the fight, so it's alright. Alright, and like everyone else in Subspace, Pokemon Trainer just walks away.
Later, kid.
See you, nerd.
Lucas doesn't have the self-confidence to drag him back, though.
It's like, hey... I don't remember how they get reunited later, actually.
Ness and Lucas?
We'll see, I guess.
Doesn't it happen when, like, that one boss falls through the thing? You know what I'm talking about?
It's before that.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, we'll see.
We will see. So this is the Battlefield Fortress, which is the site of our favorite anime character, Marth from Fire Emblem. These Robs are sad because they're gonna die. Yeah. Rip Rob. They're expendable.
Rest in peace, Proto's husband.
No, that one's not Taskbot. Taskbot's safe.
Oh, fair, fair. Taskbot's immortal.
Yeah.
I was foolish to think we could ever even damage Taskbot.
So our favorite anime hero, Marth. Here to save the day from a nuclear explosion.
Also with the on-point winged eyeliner. So good. I'm gonna shout it out every time I see it. I really appreciate it.
His sword is gonna make everyone die. Yep, that's how it works.
Where's Lucina? I'm sorry, Claris.
Now we're gonna run into the castle, away from all of our problems. Naruto runs better than Fox.
True. It's the cape, I think.
True. He's also way lower to the ground.
Yeah.
So I'm attacking as I'm falling off the ledges just to change my my direction, and also to not grab the ledges. It's very minor, but all right. Now we're going to run to the left. It's a big change of pace compared to what we have been doing, running to the right and avoiding enemies, which I'm not doing a great job of. Alright, cool. Alright, so this leads into another character who we're going to meet.
It's our boy.
Meta Knight. There he is. So we have a quick anime battle.
And I thought it was Roy, and I was gonna set up a Roy's our boy joke, but
oops. Roy's not in this game. Oh.
I thought he was.
No, he's not in Brawl. So then they're kind of just like, hey, we should fight all these guys together.
Yeah, Meta Knight's like on the good guys team because the halberd got stolen from him, I think.
Yeah, that's not explained. The whole not having the halberd is not explained in the game. It's explained on Smash Dojo, kind of.
This is like Dark Souls level lore where you have to go to the wiki to figure out what's going on.
You're required to look at external sources to get more information.
Where's Vati Vidya? We need to get this guy on this game.
So we're just gonna kill all these Primids and stuff. These buckets. These creeps are really annoying. Alright, there's a lot of food on the ground for some reason.
Well, it's in case you get hungry.
True.
And now I'm hungry.
So what I did there is I hit the last Primate, then died right before he died to end the fight, and also switched to Meta Knight. Using Meta Knight is very important because Meta Knight's broken and also gives us access to a plethora of fight skips in this stage. So here's the first, kind of. So we're going to fly over the fight, start this next fight, go back to the fight we just skipped, and then drag one of these Primids all the way over to the auto-scroller. So it's kind of hard because like, you really can't see a lot of the stage. Alright, so I got one. That's good. I only want one. So we're going to go over to a certain part of the stage, kill the Primid, end the auto-scroller, for some reason, I guess. Fly over an invisible barrier that would kill me if I went through it. Fly over this next fight. And fly over the last fight. Nice. So that's auto-scroller skip.
Nice.
So basically what happens is when I re-triggered that first fight, the game kind of didn't know what to do. And it let me kind of like be free of the camera. When I brought him into the auto-scroller and killed that one Primid, the game thought I finished that fight. So it also broke free the camera. And then I would kind of just skip the rest of the fights with a regular fight skip. If I was too slow to skip all of the fights, I would die. Because the auto-scroller is kind of still going on. And if I was still in the stage, like not through that door transition before the auto-scroller ended, I would have died. Because I technically wasn't in the right camera balance. It's very complicated.
Yeah.
But
do you like hit the back side of the auto-scroller and it kills you?
Yeah, something like that. It looks very messed up, but I didn't get it, which is nice. I may or may not be playing on PAL, yes. We'll see later.
Do you want to talk about version differences?
Not yet.
Okay.
Because there basically are none.
Great.
Except for one, and it'll be relevant when I get there.
Okay. I know there are version differences, but I don't know what they are.
There are no character differences between versions as to kind of like preserve Wi-Fi. So
Right.
like in Melee, say, Marth's up B is different, like it has different properties, but in this game there are no different properties between characters. Also, Ike out of nowhere doing his final smash, which doesn't make sense.
Oh, it's
But,
Ike, not Roy. I've never played Fire Emblem.
But yeah, there's no character differences. There's a couple like aesthetic differences, and there's one subspace difference here. There's also one more fight skip here, which is fairly difficult. Hopefully I can get it. That looks good.
Ike is our bike. Thank you,
There we go.
Plan.
So yeah, I got the last fight skip, and that's Battlefield Fortress. Cool. So that was probably the third hardest stage, I would say, in terms of like fight skips and stuff. And I'm just gonna keep quiet for this cutscene. It's good. Man, rip Luigi.
Poor Luigi. Oh my god, wasted. So wasted.
Poor Luigi. Hey look, it's King DDD. Just slaps the trophy. Then he goes somewhere. Like, where's DDD in this part? He just jumps. Like, what?
He's outie, dude.
He's just floating in the air, I guess.
He's jumping into orbit, even though that's not how orbit works.
Honestly. And then just an army of Waddle Dees shows up. And then look, DDD has the cart. Like, what?
He was just jumping for a really long time, and then he landed on the cart.
Mario's just like, what? What just happened? Why?
Mario just got jebaited so hard. That was an incredible, like, car heist con.
So now we have Link getting the Master Sword without any other sword currently, because that's how Zelda games work. You get the Master Sword first.
Well, he just went to the Deku Forest and had enough hearts to pull it out of the thing.
I guess so. Link is the one that'll pull the sword from the stone.
I think there's a way in Link to the Past to get the Master Sword without ever having gotten the, like, training sword or whatever it's called.
Then Yoshi's kind of just hanging out here, sleeping on a stump.
Oh,
Link
this
passes
is my favorite
Yoshi,
cutscene.
like,
I love it so much.
like nothing's going on.
I mostly love it because Yoshi looks absolutely blazed. Which is really immature of me, but it's so funny.
Reminds me of me, just like showing up half asleep, like, what?
Honestly.
What's going
Scott regularly shows up to, like, meetings for our speedrunner group, like, having just gotten out of bed.
Meetings are at noon, I get there at noon 15, having woken up at noon 10.
Yep. It's incredible.
So I live my life. Alright, and we're gonna pick Yoshi, to wake him up a bit. Pick Yoshi because Link actually sucks, like, awfully.
Yeah, he's everything about him's bad.
Link's movement is awful. He hits hard, that's it. Like, that's the only good thing about Link. Wow, I got kissed. Everyone knows floating lips have cooties. What, were you never told that in elementary school? Don't kiss floating lips. I got really lucky on the left primate just jumping off. Usually I need to, like, kill him, but he just decided to do that for me.
He doesn't get paid enough, he's going on strike.
I'm done.
You know what? I'm out.
Good, that helps me out. So I'm gonna damage boost, kind of, just to get over those, Auroroses. I don't actually remember what they're called.
Aurora.
Pretty much. Also gonna damage boost on that guy to get into this fight. When I'm using the Yoshi's side B, which is like that egg roll movement thing, if I like fall off or like get out of it, I'm in special fall, so I can't like do anything and I'll just die. So that's why I got hit there, so I can be forcibly put out and get sent with momentum to get into that fight. Yoshi doesn't need to wait for those blocks to open up. I think it's actually the second time I've gotten the door entry with 2 left. Usually get it with 1 or none.
Optimal.
3 is like TAS only, I think. I say that being 1 TAS this game ever. And it uses stickers, so it's not even like legal.
I mean, you know how to task stuff, right? You could do a task this game.
But do I want to? If somebody would like to task Brawl, a 2-hour game, please do. Sub 2 is possible, so just do that.
Just do it.
I don't actually know how fast tasks would be right now. Maybe like 155 or something, but depends. Alright. I love Yoshi's like plumps when he walks, like you can kind of hear it. What is in this suspicious box? I guess we won't find out for another hour and a half.
Literally. It's foreshadowing, dude.
But what is it foreshadowing? Whatever could be in a box.
I can't think of a single character that hides in boxes in any video game.
Oh, we have fan service here.
It's my girl! Not a fan of the fan service, but a fan of my girl! Let's go! Oh,
good
my
enough.
God.
But yeah, I don't really know like who hides in boxes. That's weird. I guess we'll find out later. I mean, I don't know. It's probably like Luigi, like actually like being there, probably just like hiding.
Yeah.
Peach didn't actually die. She's just hanging out, or she didn't become a trophy. She's just hanging out in a box now.
Yeah, honestly.
It's very obvious it's Jigglypuff. I agree.
These are my favorite levels in the entire run because it's got my girl in it. But that's it.
They're also some of the hardest.
Yeah, there's some really cool skips in some of these levels.
Yeah.
Also, this cutscene is super messed up.
Yeah, I know. This one's just like, oh, abusing Pokemon. This one part, I don't know what. The animation's different in this area. Like, I don't know. Those Robs do not like line up with the They don't line up with the art style of everything else.
Off model. Damn.
I think an intern probably did it. You're just like, here, do this cutscene, and it'll be fine.
Have a cutscene.
So this is Research Facility 1. And we're going to go to the right, and go more to the right, do a quick fight here. Take out a couple robs, and some of these things, these row turrets, I guess they're called.
They rotate in their turrets. They're row turrets.
This is true. Grab this key. And I'm gonna do the first, or one of these sequence breaks in the run. So I'm gonna use Thunder, which has a giant hitbox, and if you can look on the top right, there's that little like platform moving. You're supposed to go up more, get another key, open a door, and then hit the button normally, but Thunder just hits it, and we can move on, which is nice.
I remember using the Thunder ability on like the 100-man Brawl challenges.
Mm-hmm.
It's so dirty. It just hits everything. You just spam it and everything dies.
Yeah, Thunder's the strat for Pikachu in All-Star. So if I crouch right here, I cannot get hit. Alternatively, I can just taunt. And it's cuter.
So cute.
And I don't think I'll get hit. Nope, we're good.
Oh, I really want a cat. I don't have a cat and I want one.
So also, Thunder can be used to hit enemies really high up. So there's supposed to be 2 of these Glunder things that spawn, but I just hit them early enough so we don't actually see them, and then they died. I still hit them, but they just didn't show up. And now we backtrack, but we actually need to like walk this time. That's lame.
Ew, walking.
Right? Alright, so that's that part, and now we move into the third part, which is the end, pretty much. But first, the infamous Metroid climb.
Don't talk to me about the climb. Flashbacks to Super Metroid, a game I still
Alright, that was
speedrun.
interesting. That second Rob didn't actually shoot. He usually does, but we didn't. But, oh well. So we do the climb with Pikachu, because it's really easy.
Yeah.
Avoid these bombs that are really annoying.
I call them Pokeballs of Doom, because they look like Pokeballs.
Basically. So these metal pyramids are actually awful. They have a good amount of health, and they reflect any projectiles, so you can't, like, throw items at them, which kind of sucks, but because we're on easy, they don't have that much health, and they die pretty quickly. Alright, and that's Research 1. And there's a lot of screens, and Samus is here with Pikachu. I don't know what Pikachu wants to do.
Pikachu's just here to have a good
He's just
time,
there.
honestly.
Hey look, it's power armor. I wonder when we're gonna get that. In like 40 minutes?
Yeah.
Probably. Alright, so here's probably the hardest part of the game. So we're gonna come up on 2 fights here in the beginning of Lakeshore, and they are both awful. So, gonna hope for the best, and try not to be too slow. So first, Zelda's gonna get corrupted, / possessed, / captured by these
Honestly,
shadow bugs.
Zelda took the KO cannon like an absolute champ.
And then she actually took the KO cannon.
Like an absolute champ.
Then Pit comes out of nowhere. It's like, hey, don't do that.
Bad.
And then for some reason, or not yet. Never mind. Next cutscene. So this fight is probably the hardest in the game, I would say. Just because Zelda doesn't like to die, and her AI is also kind of bad, so... I'm gonna try and throw her to the left and just F-smash her. It's probably not gonna work, but it might. This is looking pretty good. Alright, that was a very good fight. You can kind of exploit their AI, because they like to jump after getting hit, so...
Yeah, that fight can take so long. It can be so bad.
Yeah. So for some reason, Link does not see Zelda just like dissolve, or doesn't understand how trophies work, and he's like, "Hey, don't do that. That's rude." And then he's trying to kill us now, and now we got to fight Link and Yoshi because we can't talk out our differences. We need to fight.
Only.
This is not a good representation of conflict resolution.
I mean, to be fair, neither Link nor Mario are famous for their talking skills.
True. I don't think Yoshi is either.
Yeah. I don't know about Pit. I've never played Kid Icarus.
I don't know. No, Pit talks.
Okay.
Just not in this game.
So
Mario kind of does. So yeah, I want to get him to the left like I did with Zelda, but they're not cooperating, and Mario's not like letting me cooperate. So I guess we can kill Link here? Nah. Like I said, these fights are actually really difficult. Alright, Link did die there, or Yoshi died there, that's nice. And Link should be gone here. Alright, so those were actually pretty okay. The Zelda fight was very good, but I'll take it. So after ruthlessly murdering our friends, or our soon-to-be friends, Mario does not notice Luigi on the cart because he does not care about his brother. That, or you lack spatial awareness. Again, Kirby's our hero.
I love you, Kirby.
Somehow Link gets out of the way of that, even though the cart was right at him. And that's that. We're gonna pick Yoshi again, because Yoshi is the best out of these 5. Sorry, Kirby, you don't even get a spot in the lineup.
Oof.
Kirby is extremely useful later, so in a couple ways. So I actually almost died there by falling off, but I didn't.
There's a series of videos on YouTube called Melee is Broken, which, in addition to being very funny, they showcase Kirby's bad manners, like suicide grab. So in Melee with Kirby, you can grab someone and then, like, backflip them, and you can backflip them off the stage.
However, you can also mash out of that.
Yeah, you can totally just get out of it, though, so it's totally useless, but it's good for the bad manners against people that don't know any better.
That don't know what they're doing, yes, I agree. I don't know if you can mash out of it in this game. Kirby's still bottom tier in this game.
All of my, like, faves are bottom tier in the Smash games. It just makes me so sad.
Kirby's really good in Smash 64, though.
Yeah.
So you got that. Kirby's top 2, I think. Yeah, I think he's number 2.
Nice.
Pikachu's number 1. So a kind of annoying thing is that Yoshi can't jump out of his shield in this game. He can in Smash 4, but he can't in this one or Melee. And presumably not 64. But really not in Shield enough to, like, care, but it's just annoying in general, because every other character can jump out of Shield except for Yoshi. But, another relevant fact is Yoshi's shield lasts 1 frame longer than everyone else's, so you got that.
Wow.
You get a whole 1 frame.
Incredible. The asymmetric balance.
Right? I think that's worth not being able to do a movement option out of your shield.
Yeah. There's a lot of weird instances in the Smash games, especially with, like, move cancel stuff, where, like, you can do a certain type of move cancel on, like, every single character except one.
Yeah.
It's really weird. Nice job almost falling in that pit, by the way.
Yeah, I don't really know what happened. I kind of just, like, fell off the ledge and was like, oh.
Oh, cool.
I mean, it doesn't really matter to be Yoshi here. It's just an auto-scroller, and I get to pick a character right after this anyways, so whatever, but it still sucks to die.
Yeah.
But yeah, outside of those fights in the beginning, Lakeshore is very easy. Get the trophy, because that's good. And coming up on the worst cutscene in the game, this 6-second one.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the cutscene. Hope you enjoyed. I found out that the cutscene's the exact same no matter who you actually finish it with. Like, I thought it would be different for, like, each character running up to, like, the area, but it's always Yoshi every time.
Yoshi's just slow, I guess, except not actually.
I guess so. No matter who you are, they're all gonna be waiting for Yoshi.
We are all waiting for Yoshi.
Everybody always waits. Alright, so we gotta wait for these pillars. They're on a cycle. You can't beat them. I think you might be able to beat them if you have, like, a mini mushroom, but you only get, like, so far. Get the key. Go in the correct door. Again, attacking off ledges so I don't grab the ledge. It's very minor, but it's annoying. And one more fight in this area, and then we're done with Lakeshore. And then after that, I don't actually know. I don't really remember the order of the levels in this. Oops. So these black things are really annoying. You can only hit them when their like red core is exposed, which is kind of annoying. But usually they present themselves in a way that you can hit them right away. Oh, that's the end. I thought that cutscene lasted longer. So now we see another antagonist, Ganondorf, and Bowser.
They like took the bad guys from like a whole bunch of different Nintendo IP and just like, well, they're all bad, so they're working together.
They're all bad, so they'll be bad together.
I don't think Ridley is an official antagonist, but he is like there, which is pretty indicative of how Nintendo just views Metroid as a whole.
So here's where Lucas and Pokemon Trainer get back, but like, how? I guess Lucas just like ran after him and joined him.
Yeah, I love that.
Because like, in Ruin Zoo, Trainer was just like, all right, see ya.
Yeah, and Lucas must have just like followed him, and Trainer was like, yeah, I guess this is my kid now. I also really like that.
Both 10 years old though.
But one of them's tall, so.
That's true.
I really like that Pokemon Trainer has like wallet-sized photos of his children that he's looking for. It's great.
This is the easiest skip in the game. I've missed it twice ever. One a couple days ago. We don't talk about that. But yeah, you kind of just run at it and then PK Thunder and you're over. It's very, very easy. Alright. So now we move into this lava section, I guess, that doesn't really fit anywhere, but whatever.
They made a lava level, so they put the lava level.
I guess. Some dev was probably like, hey, look at this cool animation I've made.
Yeah. Yeah, some programmer felt really proud about making those fire animations look good.
So this fight might go well. It didn't.
Nice.
If that Primate hits me, then like it's bad. If he doesn't, it's good. Also, I got the screw attack, which is bad because I can't get any height on a jump. All right, next fight. This one can also go really good or really bad. This one's gonna go okay, or actually really good. Cool. So the one on the right could have like charged me early, which would have been bad because I would have gotten hit, and it's not good. Those enemies, when you do enough damage to them, they grow, and they're invincible when they're growing, which is not fun. Because you gotta wait a couple seconds for them to like grow to their next size. This fight's really awkward, because like there's not like a good strat to do it. You kind of just hit them and like don't get hit, and then die, I guess. I'll take one with me, that's fine. I think this guy in the bottom's stuck, and I don't like that. Nah, I think he's stuck. That's not good. There we go. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna go on the top here just to make it a little faster to get in the door. And the only good thing about Squirtle there is that I can kind of like boost to the end, but usually I want to be Lucas. So Lucas has another flashback here after he finds Wario. As always, flashbacks waste frames. So now we're going to fight Wario. And I'm going to go for a strat that might work. It'll work, but it might be slow. So I'm just going to jump right to the side here. Try and grab Wario and just throw him off. All depends on what his AI wants to do. And if I can get in the right spot to do it. Alright, that was pretty good. Alright, so now Wario's trophy-fied. He has another flashback. And now he's sad, because he remembered how Ness died. So then Pokemon Trainer's just like, hey, let's go into this scary tunnel, like, ruins thing. And Lucas is like, alright. So now we have DDD kind of just polishing off his new collection.
Do we have any idea? Yeah, do we have any idea what these are?
Yes, actually. These are unexplained anywhere. Well, no, they're explained on the Smash Dojo website. So, actually, I'll explain them later. Because they're actually relevant later. They're a very important plot device.
DDD's just putting stickers on his kids because they're all gold stars and they deserve a sticker. Wasted.
He's marking which ones are his. And then he gets conked with a brick.
So yeah, like all the antagonists are kind of on the same side, except some of them that aren't. Like, I think DDD honestly just wants to get his amiibo collection going, and doesn't really care.
Now we have a sick first-person view of probably Kirby.
It's pretty low to the ground, yeah.
Yeah, it's probably Kirby.
Our boy. I love you, Kirby. It's too bad that you suck and never get used.
Except he does get used once. Or twice more, one's required. Kirby gets willingly selected 3 times in the run, and 2 of them are in Mid-Air Stadium. Alright. Good fight there. So now we have these oddly shaped blocks that we need to jump through, I guess. They're fairly easy. Then we get a very, very small room where I need to pick up a key immediately, which I always forget. And then we egg roll to the end of this section, at least. So these buttons activate this gas, which doesn't... It hurts you, but it's not relevant at all. Like, it doesn't really do anything. Yeah, it just does, like, a couple % of damage.
It doesn't have any knockback either, so you just walk through it.
So you can just run through it. So I'm throwing those beetle things off the stage because they take a while to kill, and I don't want to kill them. You can throw the subspace enemies. By kind of default, you do a forward throw, but if you input a direction fast enough, you don't have to necessarily. But if you just do nothing, you automatically forward throw, which is a little annoying, but... So yeah, I can just roll right through this with no repercussions. Alright, take out these Goombas.
Does the gas do damage to enemies or only you?
I think only you.
Dang.
Yeah.
Thanks, video game.
I think the gas like actually has a name, and it's on the Wikipedia page for fictional gases. I'm serious. I think it's called Amaranth gas, and it's on Wikipedia.
So good. The fact that there's a Wikipedia page for fictional gases is hilarious.
I don't know if it's like fictional gases in like video games or like it's something like that. You can look it up. I know I saw it once because I was curious. So yeah, now Peach's sticker is gone. Koopa Ex Machina.
I guess DD didn't use like the extra strength adhesive for that one.
You gotta pin it on the trophy. Can't
really,
just stick
he
it.
should have ironed it on. That would have been the best way.
True. And then Kirby is just like, hey, what's this?
Kirby's just here to have a good time.
Kirby's like, can I eat it? Then he does. He eats it.
I love Kirby so much.
Thanks, Kirby. And here, we begin our redemption arc of the Ancient Minister.
Honestly, this performance is Oscar-worthy. That's the acting one, right?
Yes.
Nice. I always get them
Hey, look,
mixed up.
it's a random disembodied hand. Whoever could that be? Oh, it's Master Hand. Thank you. And he points at Ganon, all importantly, to do something. And Ganon looks really weird there. Alright. So now we have the ruins, where, this level kind of sucks. It's not exactly hard, but it's long and it's kind of boring. So for this part, we're going to hop in a cart and then crash the cart instantly. Because reasons. If I can do this next part fast enough, I can skip a cycle on some moving blocks. Ah, he hit me, so I can't actually do it. Which is unfortunate, but I can kind of skip the next cycle at least. This one here, maybe. I'll go for it. No. So I got squished. That's fine.
Squish.
Doesn't really matter what character I am here. I think Squirtle's just a little better because he might be faster or something. I don't know. I didn't make the route.
It said somewhere on the internet to use this character, so we do.
Basically. And then I'll die again with Lucas. Cool. Because Lucas does not have much horizontal mobility, I guess. That's fine. So now we're back to Squirtle. Because he's good. Cool. And now we have a nice big auto-scroller.
Fantastic.
So if you would like to plug anything, please go ahead.
I would like to plug the Hello Kitty Roller Rescue clothing donation bid war. The options are Denim A and Swimsuit A for Hello Kitty Roller Rescue. So, just so you know, Hello Kitty Roller Rescue sounds like a meme game, but I think it's actually pretty lit, like as a speed game.
Definitely is.
I've never seen it, and I really want to. Currently, there is $0 given to either option. So, if you give even a single dollar, you can single-handedly choose what outfit Hello Kitty will wear during the Roller Rescue.
You can put a single cent towards it. You just need to donate at least $1 first.
Yeah, that's true.
Alright, and now we move on from the auto-scroller into the moving platform.
I tried earlier, and Streamlabs would not let me donate less than $1, which made me sad. Because I wanted to donate my last 34 cents, but I couldn't. We, of course, also have the Mother 3 donation bid war. That is for naming the character names. And Hex has agreed to let you name these characters things that she would not let you normally name these characters, such as girl. Although I don't think we're going to allow, like, swears or things that'll get us banned. But currently in the lead for Lucas, Kumatora, Boney, and Duster is G, I, R, and L, respectively. But none of those leads are more than $5 except for R, which is the only letter that's been donated for. So with only a little bit, you could change the names yourself. And I think we're out of auto-scroller now.
Yeah. So what I did there is I entered that that sub-area door, then left immediately, just to like despawn the platform I was on. That makes it a bit faster to end that area. So there's no explanation as to why Ivysaur's a trophy here. It just happens. So, whatever.
If you just stand still for a really long time.
Yeah. I have no stocks here, so I can't die. Which I probably shouldn't, but just in case, I can.
Super don't die.
So there's 3 fights here, and they're all pretty annoying. First one went well. Second one should go pretty well. The third one's the hardest one. I'm really not at danger of dying, but I'm just at danger of doing it slow, which is never cool. Alright, this one was a little slow as well, but that's alright.
I like the little splits that Lucas does when he crouches.
Shout out to that shell. That was really nice.
Yeah. Shout out to RNG. Good items.
Honestly. So this section is a running to the right, but also hitting buttons. So these buttons are timed, and they trigger the doors, and you gotta get there fast enough, which is very easy on easy. As long as you don't, like, wait a day, you're fine. Alright. Now we're going to move on to the hardest part and the last part, the Charizard fight. This fight is actually awful. And
just jumping through that sheep thing.
Yeah. You can do that. So yeah, this fight is very, very difficult. Unless I get like really lucky with an edge guard. Like, that was good actually. Alright, I'll take it. Charizard fight is difficult. You usually just try and throw him off and spike him, but Lucas's spike is really not that good, so it barely ever works. So, oh, he caught Charizard, and he's going to be very useful in about 10 minutes.
The rock smash is so good.
A little broken.
Oh yeah, I forgot. You like watch this cutscene and then you leave for 10 minutes and then come back.
We'll be back, don't worry.
We'll be back here. We'll be back here.
It's just like, hey, look at this big tower. What is it? I don't know.
Sure, it'd be crazy if something fell down that. Just putting it out there.
Hey, what's this thing? What if that thing fell down there? Wouldn't that be cool?
What? No way, dude.
This very unrelated though, so like, why would that ever happen?
Yeah.
Marth is like, these kids. Meta Knight is actually my favorite Fire Emblem character. If you didn't know, he is one, according to this game. He's hanging out with the crowd.
Fighting games and racing games are like the ultimate in randomly linking up games to prove that they're in the same universe.
Honestly.
I had no idea that Mr. Game & Watch was in the same universe as Fire Emblem.
So obviously I'm going to try not to die here, because dying is bad.
Wow.
That's a life lesson. Don't die. It's bad.
Isn't there like one speed game where you like SD a whole lot? I think it's one of the Crash games.
Maybe.
I don't know, man. I've seen speedruns before.
Same. I'm looking at one right now.
Whoa, that's crazy.
Whoa. Oh. I'm gonna walk into these bombs, I guess. A lot of them. There we go. We're gonna get hit by a car. Alright, so these flying carpet things are gonna be kinda helpful. If I can get on top of one. So he's gonna fly me up. I'm gonna jump over. Tornado over a fight here, and then fall. So there's the fight there. Skipped it. For the most part,
continues to be amazing.
The trigger of a fight. What was that?
Meta Knight continues to be amazing.
Honestly. There's like one situation where you don't pick Meta Knight if he's available, and that was the fight with Marth. But you can pick Meta Knight and he's still fast.
We don't get to show off like all of how ridiculous Meta Knight's movement is in SSE, but like, it's absolutely insane.
Yeah. He can do some really cool stuff. He can fly all around the temple stage with no problem.
Yeah, like like without touching the ground once, he can make a full circuit around temple. It's ridiculous.
No big deal.
No big deal.
We just glide a lot here. Gliding is faster than running, I believe, so you kind of do it as much as possible where it's convenient, because you still need to like be able to gain height and stuff, so you can't just do it wherever, but it's still good. So there's two giant prunes that are going to spawn. I'm going to try and kill them in one hit. There we go. Well, technically one hit. Alright, I got the first one. That's alright.
Yeah, I just want to give a shout out to your current health percentage, because I'm really mature.
Nice.
Nice.
So you're supposed to go through all the barrels there, but that's boring.
Why would we do that when we can just fly?
Exactly.
Meta Knight's ridiculous.
Honestly. Alright. So there's that thing we caught up to, and we don't like it for some reason. There's no reason why we are chasing it and want to kill it. I mean, it gives us a reason later, but like, for now, like, why?
Some people just don't like robots.
Honestly.
They're mean and ill-spirited.
Mean people.
Honestly, this guy looks kind of like a Mega Man enemy to me if it was designed by like Hideo Kojima. This is like if Kojima made a Mega Man enemy.
He's like a rocket turret tank person thing.
With really huge forearms and hands.
Yeah, he's ripped.
Shredded. But he skips leg day. Look at those little legs.
You don't need legs. So, I hope you didn't miss that boss, because we're gonna see him in about 30 seconds. Wario's still there, I just noticed that. I never noticed the Wario statue was still just laying down there next to the hole.
He's just wrecked right there. I mean, he can't get up, he's a statue. Where's he gonna go?
Yeah. So, if you missed that boss, here he is again. We gotta fight him 2 times in a row, for some reason. It was convenient that, Pokemon Trainer and Lucas just stood there for the last 10 minutes, just waiting.
You're just chilling.
Yeah, they're just hanging out.
Have a sandwich.
So, you automatically spawn as Charizard here, and Charizard Rock Smash shreds bosses.
It's dirty.
It's about 6 or 7 hits for the entire boss meter. And that's the fight. That whole split, without cutscenes, is about 30 seconds from the end of the last stage to the end of the stage. It's very bad filler, and it's kind of lame.
What if we took the boss and did it again?
Then he just spawns a bomb out of his head. Very convenient timing that we killed him in the right amount of time for him to have 15 seconds left on the timer. As always. Then Lucas now saves the day.
Lucas found the self-confidence to attack things.
And they get saved again. And then the Brawl theme plays, so you know it's important.
Rip Wario.
Warriors just get sucked in. And now they actually are friends. They've been together for a little while now, but they're cool now.
They've almost died like 4 times.
Alright, so... now I have stuff to explain about regional differences. So I'm playing on PAL. I got this copy about 7 hours ago. Very luckily. I got the copy, did a run, and now I'm here. So... we found out a couple months ago that there's an exclusive skip to PAL for no reason whatsoever that it works here. And I'm gonna do it, and it saves about 1.5 minutes, and this is not possible on NTSC. I'll explain afterwards why it's not, or how it's not. Can I get it? Nah, I missed it. You know what? Let's go for it again. Honestly, I'm probably still saving time by resetting here.
Yeah. Like, 1.5 minutes?
Not a whole lot, but about 30 seconds-ish now. Alright. I guess we'll watch this cutscene again. I guess, even though we already watched it, we'll do it again.
We got bonus cutscenes, dude.
Extra cutscene.
Content.
Just trying to find filler. If I miss it, I'll just keep going, but should be able to get it. I did some weird jumps there. Alright, so yes, we are playing as Kirby, because Kirby is actually useful.
It's our boy. I love Kirby.
I missed it again. That kind of sucks. I just... oh well. So basically what I try to do is jump over the fight, jump over the fight, go all the way to the end, SD, and then you kind of spawn and miss a couple other fights, but fortunately I just missed the skip altogether. I can maybe do it at like the end of the run with Meta Knight or something. It's a lot easier with him.
Yeah.
And what it does on NTSC, after you SD later on, I'll show you when you would, like, where you would get. On NTSC, you respawn back before the first fight. On PAL, you respawn like after the fight, and you're able to progress for some reason. Kind of doesn't make sense, but it works on PAL, and that's what's important.
It must be some like weird trigger about setting your spawn location, I guess.
No idea.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do another fight here. If I did the skip properly, I would not have to do this fight, and I would respawn after SDing around here after the fight, which is very interesting. Okay, because I'm playing on 4.3, you actually can't see that platform. Didn't know that. Definitely never playing on 4.3 again. It doesn't really matter, like, stream-wise, but
Yeah,
I guess if you're just like, because it's the exact same box, it's just like how this stuff is presented.
Yeah, we were setting up for this, and Scott was like, "Do you want me to do it in 4.3 or 16:9?" And I was like, "I don't know. It's displayed in 4.3 regardless, so I guess we'll do 4.3."
Either way, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well. I mean, it's still not a big deal. So here I can do another skip that should actually work this time. That's why I'm pit now. So I'm gonna up B here, hold right, and skip a fight. This one's also one of the easiest skips in the game. Alright. So now we're auto-scrollering to the end of the level, then we'll be done.
Nice.
Because who doesn't love ending their levels with an auto-scroller? Okay.
Honestly, so Scott learned this game for the 12-hour challenge that Speedruns Rochester did a few months back, which, for the record, was a huge amount of fun.
Yeah.
And everybody was like, "Why are you doing Brawl Subspace? It's all auto-scrollers, blah." But first of all, this run is great and super comfy. And second of all, Scott doing this run has given me the confidence to learn another run, which is a ton of auto-scrollers, the SC2 campaign. So
it was kind of just like, yeah, Brawl's lame, and then I did it, and then everyone's like, oh, it's actually pretty cool.
It's actually not lame.
I didn't really like have any expectations going into it, and then I did it, I'm like, this is actually really fun. Like, I've been playing this for 4 months now, since the beginning of February, and it's cool.
Yeah. My 12-hour challenge game was Hollow Knight. Oh, this is so sad.
Yeah, I know.
The poor
This
rods.
is Redemption Arc Part 2.
Yeah. My 12-hour challenge game was Hollow Knight, and I spent, not exaggerating, 5 hours getting wrecked by the Abyss Watchers, and then I just gave up. It was
My
sad.
first time in this game was probably around like 315, 320. My current PB, my current cutscene percent PB. So watching every cutscene is less than that.
Nice.
So in my regular PB is 211 right now.
Actually,
so I'm kind of happy with how much I've progressed.
Kamara's 12-hour challenge game was Final Fantasy V, which we saw earlier today in the marathon. So we have a couple games in this marathon that started as 12-hour challenges. For those who don't know, who may not be super familiar with speedrunning in the community, regularly the speedrunning community, just sort of as a whole, does these things called 12-hour challenges. They're put on by a guy called Golden, who is super awesome, and we all love him. And essentially the premise is you pick a game that you've played it before, but that you haven't speedrun before, and you see how good you can get at speedrunning it in only 12 hours. And they're a huge amount of fun. They're a great way to get into speedrunning if you've never done speedrunning before, and also it's a cool way to learn new speed games.
Yeah. So this is Swamp. It's probably the second hardest stage in the game. Third being Battlefield Fortress. The first one we'll be doing later. The first part is kind of just semi-precision platforming with Fox and like using illusion. It's not too bad once you kind of get the hang of it and like understanding the wind. Here I'm going to do another skip, kind of like I did earlier in the ruins. So I'm going to enter this door, then leave. This moves the autoscroller's camera up to a good spot where we can save a little bit of time. And now we're here, and we gotta wait for the rest. And then we're gonna come up on the hardest part of the stage, which is the giant shadow Diddy fight. The cutscene for that is pretty immense, so that'll be fun. So I'm gonna try not to die here. Nah, barely. I was like right next to the door. Oh well. Alright, so we're gonna kind of spawn a big Diddy and then we gotta fight him. He just gets blindsided. Man.
Wasted.
Honestly. Fox just matrix dodges out of that.
Fox is so cool. I mean, he's top tier
Honestly.
for a reason. I made that joke already, but like, I'll do it again. I don't care.
So yeah, we have a big giant shadow Diddy. Or no, we have a shadow Diddy. Just regular. Then Falco comes out of nowhere. He's even more slick than Fox.
So slick. So fresh. Also, winged eyeliner. On point. Oh my god. So good.
Literally winged.
Literally winged, dude.
So I guess Bowser kind of just like left a super mushroom behind. And now Diddy's like 10 times as big. So I can pick either Fox or Falco for this. I'm gonna pick Fox because I think he's a little faster to load because he's already been loaded. And I'm gonna roll back 3 times and hope for the best.
I'm still not totally sure on like...
Yeah, I died.
Be quiet for this fight.
I don't know either, but this fight is a pain in the butt.
Yeah, so the strategy is
If you get hit, you're basically dead.
Yeah, the strategy is you go to the very edge of the stage and you kind of just backflip Big Diddy off the edge, just like that.
Yep.
And
You
he's
back
just
throw him
donezo.
and then he dies.
Yeah.
It's harder on 4-3 because you get less of the stage,
Yeah.
but oh well.
It's mostly just kind of risky because, yeah, like if you get hit once, it's like, well, you're on the edge of the stage, so get wrecked.
And when you get hit, you get a lot of damage done.
Yeah.
And the exact same cutscene as last time, except with Falco now. Literally down to like the exact animations that he does. They literally just copied and pasted this. Except
Fox
with
is
Falco.
used to it at this point. He's like, yeah,
He's just
it'd be
like,
like
what did I
that,
say?
man. It's fine.
So something kind of odd. I don't know why it happens or why it doesn't happen. When you're in these carts, you can't do a move directly out of them. That was also weird. There's supposed to be another one that spawned, another Hambro that spawns there, and he didn't. I think the second Hambro I killed actually killed them. But anyways, when you come out of a cart, you can't do a attack. However, I also run Brawl Minus, which is a mod of this game, which kind of like unlocks some of the features that Subspace has. So, for example, that speed limitation that I talked about earlier is not there, so you go a lot faster. But also there, you can just attack right out of a cart. I don't exactly know why it happens, but it's pretty interesting.
Did they add any other like attack cancels in Brawl Minus?
Yeah, but like they're just like to the character. They're not like
Yeah.
the whole thing.
Video game
can
programming is weird and hard.
Can I get over this, please? I don't think so. It's not gonna let me.
Dang. Well, I guess that's the run.
Sorry, I guess we're all done.
No more.
Yeah, that room's kind of hard. It's very hard to do well in.
Yeah, there's a lot of really weird platforming and stuff.
Yeah. So this fight looks scary, but it's actually very easy. I still kind of messed it up. So something about Koopas, if you hit them enough so that their shell is like still in the stage, you need to remove the shell from the area for the Koopa to be considered like killed. So like you can finish the entire fight but still have like a shell hanging around and it wouldn't make you progress anymore, which is kind of annoying. Alright. That's the end of Swamp. One of the harder stages, as I mentioned. And now we see DK chained up while a trophy, which is, I guess, just for
super safety.
Safety, yeah.
I'm really scared of DK.
It's probably for support, so he doesn't slide off the vehicle. That vehicle has a name, and I don't remember what it is. Alright, so here we have Research 2, which is probably the 4th hardest in the game. After that, I'm not counting, so don't worry. So, first section is kind of straightforward. You just run, avoid stuff. That's a very common theme to this game, if you haven't noticed already.
One of the brief sections where we get to play as my girl.
Gonna hit this button, and then we wait. Can't do anything here. You gotta wait for the platform to move, which is a little annoying.
So, fun fact, Samus Aran is canonically 6'3" and 198 pounds.
Jeez.
Samus Aran is shredded, this like shredded Amazon, and it's incredible. And it always really annoys me when like the Brawl games do this a lot, or the Smash games do this a lot, where they make her like real skinny. It really annoys me because she's huge and shredded.
It's the power armor. Oh no, it's Dark Samus. They came from somewhere.
One of the Prime games. 2 or 3, I don't know. I've never played the Prime games.
And we're going to use Pikachu. Something about PAL is that all of the Pokemon names are all capitalized for some reason. So you have like Zero Suit Samus, like, all like nicely, That was a fantastic fight, by the way. But, Zero Suit Samus is all in like lowercase, then you just have the game screaming Pikachu.
Pikachu!
Zero Suit Samus and Pikachu! Oh, okay.
Alright, okay, thanks, man.
You don't have to yell, please. Yeah, all the Pokemon, even Rayquaza, we'll see later, his name is just all capitalized for no reason. Hey, look, it's Samus! Who's that?
My girl, let's go! It's also not a Metroid game without a timed escape sequence.
Well, I mean, it's not timed. It's just speedrun.
I mean, there's like an alarm. We have a timer running, yeah, it counts.
It is technically timed, speedrun-wise. Alright, so these rooms are probably some of the most annoying in the game, mainly because of these moving platforms. These second ones in particular. I'm gonna wait and be safe here. Alright, yeah, we're good. So if I fall, I would need to die as Pikachu and then respawn again. But being Samus sets up for another skip here, where I'm just going to run to the right, try not to get hit again, and then I'm just going to jump off. Samus's only purpose in Subspace is to die.
Dang.
Like Power Suit Samus. So now we spawned at a different location. Going to activate a button with Pikachu. Try not to die. Get on this moving platform, and move on to the next part. So doing this avoids other moving platforms, and also a fight. And that leads right into another sequence break with Pikachu, where I'm going to kill this first one, jump over these next ones, and get up into this teleporter. I should not be here, I should have gone through another fight, and some other stuff. And now we're at the end of the whole subsection.
Yeah. That skip is so cool. Like that series of skips.
When done right, it just looks really nice.
Yeah.
And now we're at the end of the level, against Ridley. I mean, someone. Spoilers.
So previously, when Scott would run this game, every time we got to the Ridley section, I would like joke about how Ridley's... It's like, oh my god, they put Ridley in Smash, finally. But they actually put Ridley in the new Smash, so...
They should have just had this as the Ridley, like, announcement trailer.
Honestly.
Just rip the cutscene from Brawl. Like, hey, he's actually playable now. Man, I wish that worked with actual Thunder in the boss fight. Just sends him to the ground.
Yeah.
This fight is awful. It's very slow, and Ridley's moves are horrible.
I mean, they're staying true to the Metroid games in that Ridley is an obnoxious piece of garbage.
Honestly.
Him.
Pikachu's attacks are slow, they don't do a lot of damage, and Ridley has a bunch of moves where he just moves across the stage and moves off stage, and it's just really annoying. Like this one... There's one move that he doesn't move in. I'm probably not going to get it. It's one where he just, like, throws wind at you. It's a little annoying, but it's not bad. And of course he does it right at the end. Thanks, bud. I'm not gonna main you in Smash 5. Just because of this game. Alright, so that's Research 2. Went pretty alright. The Dark Samus fight was phenomenal.
Yeah, that was really excellent.
And now we're out in some courtyard of the research facility, I guess. Where they're researching Robs and how to blow them up. I guess. Alright, moving on. To my favorite cutscene in the game.
Oh, I know this cutscene.
Like, where'd this giant Rob come from, first of all? Like, what is its purpose?
Well, aren't Pikmin, like, super tiny? Maybe he's only, like, a medium-sized Rob. Like, yeah, that's true.
You'll see now, like, yeah, you'll see a comparison right now. And it's like, this Rob is actually giant.
Well, Olimar's size is, like, super weird. Because they made him, like, normal size in Smash, but, like, in the actual Pikmin games, he's tiny.
Alright. Falcon is the size of a normal human male.
Yeah.
He is the size of one of Rob's eyes. Like, what? That Rob is, like, 30 feet tall.
Also, it ends with Captain Falcon just, like, shwasting all of those Pikmin and then ending in a Ginyu Force pose. It's so good.
Poor Pikmin.
Poor Pikmin.
So I try not to get hit by every Rob here.
I'm a proud member of Team More Ginyu Force poses in fighting games.
But yeah, as mentioned earlier, Falcon looks a bit slower because he is. He's actually a lot slower. And then I died. Nice. Olimar sucks in Subspace. Like, a lot. And I don't like being Olimar because he's just so bad. Oh my god. Alright, anyways. Captain Falcon. It's good. He's bad in competitive Brawl, but he's great in Subspace. This stage is a mess right now. But we're basically done with it, so it's nice. Alright. And then they force you to do like a long fight, which is lame. Diddy is kind of just there.
They're making it work. It's cozy.
Just stuck in the arming. Help.
Falco's like, alright, here's your stop, get out.
The peanuts are like explosives. They aren't that in the regular game, but okay.
You could say it's pretty nuts. I'll take my ban now.
Okay, DK looks pissed.
Dude, he was a statue for so long. He was chained up. They took his bananas?
No, he got his bananas back, and then he died right after.
It's the principle of the thing, though.
So these shooting Primids are really, really annoying.
Yeah.
I don't know why I did that. And the carpet things are cool. You don't actually have to kill them. They'll kind of like kill themselves.
Yeah, they'll just fly up and out of the stage if you wait long enough.
Falcon with a bunny hood is like regular Falcon, except he jumps higher.
I remember my most favorite custom Brawl that I ever did. It was all Sonic, tiny, maximum speed bunny hat.
Ooh.
So you just flew around the stage constantly, and you could never control anything. It was hilarious.
Alright, so that thing killed me. I kind of just got stuck on it in like a tech animation. But DK's still really good on this stage. He might be he's probably faster than Falcon. I just don't like using him. Alright, and that's the stage. Giant DK especially is like optimal.
Yeah. DK smacks real hard.
Yeah. Thanks, Falco, for the reassurance. Now we're never going to see Falco again.
Finally, Falco gets to leave without getting dragged away by Diddy.
I've helped you. I'm done now.
I mean, he was nice. You gave him a thumbs up.
Yeah, that's fine. Alright. Then we have a sick fight going on between the Halberd and the Great Fox.
Oh, yeah.
Or whatever that's called.
This, like, started happening off camera.
Meta Knight somehow flies up, and then the Ice Climbers are there, and Meta Knight gets mad because they're showing him up, I guess. Like, I actually don't know why. Like, I don't know if he's mad or is just, like, joining them. Just like, hey, look, I can climb, too.
They're too happy.
But,
that's why Meta Knight's upset.
The Ice Climbers are awful at climbing.
Yeah.
Meta Knight's better. As always. This stage is probably the hardest to, this stage is probably the most, movement intensive. Just because it's a lot of, like, Meta Knight stuff, like, gliding, and it's just not, like, it's hard. Just go with that.
Yeah. There's a lot of really tight, sections you gotta get past, so you need to glide, like, very well if you want to do it right.
Catching the fastest cycle, I believe, for this still lands you in that first cannon, like, face down, so you still have to wait. So you don't have to do it the fastest, but you still should do it fairly fast to, like, be okay.
Is it on a global cycle?
Alright. Auto-scroller. If you would like to plug anything, as always.
Let's see, we already plugged Hello Kitty Roller Rescue. I'm actually really hyped for that run. That's gonna be so sick.
So cutscene percent. Wait.
You know, honestly, you guys should really donate for cutscene percent for Super Smash Bros. Brawl Subspace Emissary.
If you donate to me on my personal channel, I'll do cutscene percent runs on my own personal channel.
Well, head on over to twitch.tv/swc19/subscribe for a chance to win the most incredible of prizes. Here's what you get if you head on over. You get
a promise of me doing an all challenges run.
You get a sub emote. You get a promise of SWC19 doing an all challenges run. You get a sub badge in chat. Honestly, you're practically robbing our good friend Scott with what a deal you're getting here.
You get a sub badge. You get a generic Twitch affiliate subscriber badge. Like, what can beat that?
It's a purple star. It does not get better than the purple star, let me just say. Hire me to sell out your channel.
From Rochester, where the money actually goes to a good cause outside of me.
You could also, well, let me tell you something else. If you donate to Speedroads Rochester right now, we will have more money. So think about it. Think about it.
I don't want to make promises I can't make. But this run's probably going to be a world record. So
oh yeah, it probably actually is.
Probably is, because the last time I did a cutscene percent run, it was very bad. So if you want to watch a world record, stick around.
Yeah. Scott will only world record if you donate money right now.
If you donate $100, I'll get world record. If not, sorry.
He needs the the motivation. So, I'm sorry.
4-3 is still screwing up the some stuff here. But like, I feel like it still changes some stuff, like where stuff spawns. I don't know. Alright. So I'm happy that I got a throwable item there. Never mind, I wasted it. So I meant to throw it at this this guy here, and it would have hit him, and I would have gotten through that extra fight a little faster, but it didn't, so whatever.
You had this great opportunity, and you just threw it away.
Boo.
Thanks.
So that's definitely the hardest climb in the game. Just all of the stage is just a really hard climb, minus the auto-scroller. Then we have Zen AF Lucario here, hanging out. He wants to fight Meta Knight because this is his peak, I guess. Ice Climbers are terrified. And you can pick either Lucario or Meta Knight, but Lucario is bad in all single-player modes, so we pick Meta Knight. So this fight's fairly difficult if Lucario doesn't cooperate. He might. Yeah, I think he will. So I'm trying to just down smash him a lot. And that's the fight. Could have gone faster, but staying on the middle platform, or staying on like the middle ice block is kind of bad for the fight, because you want to just get him to the side as soon as possible. But that's the end of the fight. And that's the end of Glacial Peak. Piplup's name is capitalized. I love when they grab hands. It's like the grab sound from the game. Like, it's not how shaking hands works. It kind of is, but like, not really.
This is going to be a really, I guess not that obscure. Are you familiar with the anime? I'm sorry.
Never mind.
Are you familiar with the anime Boku no Hero?
I've heard of it.
So in that anime, there's a lot of scenes where characters will like clench their fist, and they do like this really loud it's like a clapping noise every time they clench their fist, like with so much force. Just made me think of that.
Original heroes, and then Yoshi,
and Knuckles.
All right, we're gonna pick Yoshi because Yoshi's good, and Link is not good, so we don't pick him at all.
Dang.
I mean, obviously I shouldn't die, because dying is bad, so should be alright. So I haven't mentioned it yet, but these Armites are probably the most annoying enemies in the game. Because they have a move that makes them invincible, which is stupid. And that's just bad, but usually they're okay. That's a lot of fire flowers. These guys are also pretty annoying. I'm gonna get Curry, actually. That'll make it better. So these, like, ball enemies, they've been around a lot, but especially here, they're just really annoying, because they spawn on both sides, and that's just not fun. But with Curry, I could just hit them to the middle, and then they fall. Alright, that whole fight was very good. I'm happy about that. Got the right items when I wanted them, and cool. Alright, so remember that box?
I actually forgot about it.
Let's zoom into the halberd, and we find our box friend again.
Our good friend Box.
Oh my god, it's Snake! He's been in there for an hour and a half at least.
He's very patient.
Snake's kept you Aiden Han as the only voice line in Subspace.
Yep.
Because that's important. And Snake's best form of movement is his dash attack.
I mean, they really went out for the voice acting. Went all out for the voice acting in Subspace.
He has a single line.
One whole line.
Alright, and that's the second to last time we're gonna play Snake. I like this cutscene a lot, too. Lucario's super sketch.
You can see.
The fear. Red means bad. So here we can pick from Meta Knight, Snake, and Lucario. I'm gonna pick Meta Knight, because he's not capitalized.
He's also broken.
Yeah, Meta Knight's good. A little bit. He's alright. I need to make it a point to just yell any Pokemon name that are in the run now.
Very important.
So this area, I need to break 3 generators and then hit the buttons that are on top. I missed the cool strat. I meant to hit it with shuttle loop and then be able to just tornado out, but that's fairly difficult. Alright, so those are the 3. Can move down. And then just move through the rest of Halberd. So instead of actually killing these Primids, I'm just going to knock them off the stage because it's faster to do that than killing them, for the most part. Like, if I have the ability to, I will try to. Alright, that guy's just going to walk off the left side, I guess.
Also, shoutouts to Gemini, man. Because the lights are turning on and off.
Yeah. It's very dark in this next room. It's going to be really hard to see. Ooh. Hope I can make it. Alright, we did it. Phew.
Good thing we had the ridiculous tornado ability.
So remember when I was saying yesterday how I play games, or how you don't mash in Brawl? You do. You mash with tornado.
Yeah. So, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's possible to tornado infinitely if you mash right.
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't think so. So this guy you can hit through the wall, which is pretty nice. That was found, I think, mid-February. I don't really know why, like, no one had thought of it, but someone was just like, hey, you can hit this guy through the wall, and we're like, you know what, you're right.
Hit boxes.
And we did it ever since. Normally you'd have to go all the way around and, like, go climb up and deal with them, but it's a lot faster like this. Alright. This is another very difficult fight to do well. It's like near impossible to do really well. We found both Peach and Zelda. Yay. But they get possessed by the shadow bugs. No.
What an emotional
It's like a nice fountain. Looks nice.
Does look nice. If I were like a Bond villain, I would like get one of those.
So we have the fight against Shadow Peach and Shadow Zelda. And like before in the Lakeshore fight, their AI is semi-similar, and they're both really hard. But because we're Meta Knight, it's a bit easier. So kind of like the Lucario fight, I'm gonna just try and down smash them to off to the side. We'll see how that goes. Ideally, I would like to hit them both at once. But if not, I'll kind of just do like what I'm doing now. Alright, so that was a pretty okay fight, actually. Things that could go wrong there include hitting them to the wrong side, so they go flying off to like the left when I'm trying to hit them to the right, or stuff like that. Kind of annoying. Snake's job is done here. He's like, stay. Don't move.
He saved the hostages, so...
Yeah.
I can leave.
Alright, you ready to meet a new character?
I'm ready.
It's Sheik.
What?
Never mind, we've already used Sheik in the run, but
Yeah.
this is the official introduction of Sheik. And this stage sucks. It's not hard, it's just very annoying. Because wind.
Sheik is so
Bad
cool,
wind.
honestly.
Sheik is a brand new character who we have not seen yet.
Yeah, never before. This is the insightful commentary you get from me at like midnight when I'm just a little bit tired.
Sheik is cool. Hey, I'm up for another 9 hours. Can't wait.
Ooh boy.
So if you like listening to my voice, I'll be here until 9 AM hosting. If you don't, I'm sorry. I'm going to be here till 9 AM hosting. There's a lot of bombs here. We're just going to maneuver around them. This fight is fairly annoying. This room is very difficult as well. There's an unused enemy, that blue guy that was like with the webs around him. He's unused in Subspace. There's actually a trophy of him in the game too, which is kind of cool. But anyways, this fight's kind of annoying just because it's long. That bat came in clutch there. But yeah, these poppets, they die in one neutral layer from Sheik, which is nice. This creep coming up has kind of weird RNG. He hit me, that's fine. He can either just hit you or not. These flames are also fairly annoying. And we're done with the inside of the exterior. That's what the stage is called. Alright, and that's Halberd exterior. One more Halberd stage and we'll be done. This one's also one of my favorite cutscenes. Fox looks really weird there. I don't even know what Peach is trying to do, just hanging out with the parasol. And then Sheik jumps like 200 feet in the air.
It's because Sheik is red.
It's the red background. Peach is just like, hey, y'all want tea?
How about we just maybe calm down a little bit?
This cutscene alone is worth $250.
It's so good.
I actually have a hoodie based on this cutscene. I was not aware that it was from Brawl. Like, I just got like a random Yeti hoodie. And I was like, oh yeah, that's cool. It's like Peach, Sheik, and Fox drinking tea. And then the first time I did a cutscene percent run, I'm like, oh my god, it's from this game.
That's amazing.
So, the Game & Watches are actually the source of all these Subspace bugs. It's really not explained until that, I guess. They kind of just like dissolve. But yeah, Game Watches are kind of getting abused to make all these bad stuff. But that's all we really know about them.
Is it time
and Falco's back.
Is it time to talk about Dacus?
Yes. So there's a there's Dacus, which is dash attack cancel up smash. That's what I'm gonna do with Snake right now. He's gonna slide a lot. It's a Brawl tech. I don't know exactly why it works, but Snake's is the best because his dash attack, as seen earlier, is just like really long and it reaches a while. So you can transfer all of the dash attack momentum into an up smash, and it saves a couple frames just by being used to hit the boss a little faster. And if he ever moves, I can do that. So like here, I could just do that and get a little extra distance. And that's Duon.
That was a very friendly Duon.
Yeah, I'm surprised it went so well.
Yeah.
That boss is really annoying sometimes.
Yeah.
He likes to jump around sometimes.
Yeah, he like didn't move at all.
Don't shoot the trophy. What was that?
He like didn't move at all. It was great.
Yeah. Game Watch is very friendly.
Game & Watch is a good bean.
And Meta Knight finally reclaims his ship, and he turns left. Me
We've
too.
got places to go.
Specifically left. Alright, so now we're moving on to the last couple Subspace stages, but the longest cutscenes.
Nice.
So, Bomb Factory 1 is probably the shortest stage that isn't Ruined Hall. Like, it actually has content, but it's still under a minute long. So I'm gonna pick Samus. Apparently Pikachu's faster, but not for me, so I pick Samus.
Game & Watch is our boy and watch. Past elevators.
Honestly. So this stage is really short, but like, I guess it's intended for you to explore a lot more, but like, I don't have to. And then I'm gonna hit a lot of robs and be done. And get a mini mushroom. That sucks. The stage would be faster if I didn't have a mini mushroom. There we go. RNG at its finest.
You got a couple good mega mushrooms this run, so...
Yeah. There's one.
Speak of the devil and he shall appear.
So yeah, that stage is still really short. It's just a little bit of movement and then one fight. So coming up next are some of the longest cutscenes in the game. So
get your popcorn.
Get even more comfy. This one and the next one are about 4 minutes total, maybe more.
Yeah.
Well, actually not yet.
Same.
The next cutscene is long, but it's not right now. So Subspace Bomb Factory 2 is the hardest stage in the game because it's very long and fairly difficult. I think like the IL world record is like 7 minutes and 20 seconds for the stage. It's very long. Or like 7:10 or something. So if all goes well, I won't be dying with Falcon. Will all go well? I don't know. So these first couple fights are a little annoying, but it's fairly hard to die on unless you like miss your recovery or something. These auto turrets also really annoying. They're probably the second, or the auto lances rather. They're probably like the second hardest boss, or second hardest enemy.
Boss.
Boss.
They're like a boss.
So then we have an auto scroller going into the next section of Bomb 2. As you do. You just put an auto scroller in. Alright, this part is probably the longest, and it's really not that hard. It's very hard to die in. There's a couple places where you can, but... So we need to hit 3 buttons. They're like switches, levers, whatever. Kind of all the above. So as long as I don't miss my jumps here, I'll be safe. Alright.
Shouts to Metal Man.
And the fight before the 3rd switch. Alright, and now we're done with this room. So this next room is probably the hardest. Because fire, and there's a bit of a damage boost skip that we can do, that if it doesn't go well, I'll die. And if I like don't react fast enough. So I'm gonna take a damage boost on this fire, get hit in the sled, and then I died. Alright. So like I said, I could die. So sometimes what happens is, like what happened there, the camera didn't really follow me. And in that situation it did. That's what was supposed to happen the first time. If the camera doesn't follow me and I react fast enough, I can like jump out of the sled and be safe, just take damage from the fire, but I didn't, so oh well. Being Diddy here is good. That's why I picked Diddy second instead of Olimar, because Olimar is trash. And there's not too much left of the section to have to worry about it. Alright. So, now we go into the longest arena fight. And... second longest cutscene? No, probably not, but this one's still pretty long. So, there's a fairly long fight here. And it's annoying. So, we'll get to it. So Ganon's the one that's controlling the Robs all along, not the Ancient Minister. Oh no. They don't know who to follow. So yeah, Ganon's the main bad guy. For now. The lore of this has layers on layers.
It's so deep.
First you're like, alright, Bowser's the bad guy, then you find out he's working for Ganon, then you find out Ganon's working for Master Hand, and then you find out other stuff later. And then you find out the lore on Smash Dojo Online.
It just keeps going. It's lore all the way down.
Honestly.
Also, rest in peace. I forgot the
Rip
green guy's
Minister.
name. Thank you.
But look, surprise, he's actually been pretty okay. He's a Rob the whole time.
Oh my god.
Too bad Rob sucks. We're not gonna use
Yeah.
him. Yeah, so Minister is Rob. I don't really know why he was like working against the Robs. I don't know. It's complex. So this fight
Frodo's
is
husband redemption arc.
this is Taskbot. The origin story.
Yeah, this is the Taskbot lore.
I'm okay with this. Alright, so this fight is it's annoying. There's a lot of enemies to kill here. That is not the move I wanted. Alright. The good thing about it is a lot of the enemies are just like those bird things which die right away anyways, so it's alright.
Is there any, like, tech to stacking the enemies on top of each other so you can hit them all at once, or does that not really matter?
Not really. You kind of just try and get them in the same area.
Yeah.
Ooh, am I gonna die? Yeah, that sucks.
Oof.
Alright, so we have Rob. Rob is pretty bad, but he's better than other characters. Like, Olimar is the worst.
Yeah.
So if I was Falcon, I would actually be able to do a quick kill on these guys. I might be able to do it with Rob. I don't think so. Yeah, actually I did. Alright, cool. So if you hit these tank guys fast enough before they, like, retreat into their shell, you can just kill them outright. Like I did with the second guy. I wasn't in, like, I wasn't in the position to, hit the first one fast enough, but that's cool. Alright. There's a lot of bombs, and DK's trying to do something about it. Just snap his head off. Do it. You can't.
He's not strong enough.
Aww. Falcon's like, alright, let me just call my Uber. And he runs really awkwardly like he needs to go to the bathroom. So now we have a very, very long auto-scroller. So, yeah. Cool.
Radical.
I think everybody should donate to Speedrun Rochester.
I agree.
That would be cool.
You know what the
if you
hip
would like-
cool kids are doing these days?
Yeah.
All the cool kids are donating to Speedruns Rochester. Spam any sellout emotes you have now.
I can't. I have one, but I can't because I'm busy
I have one.
playing the silly video game.
There we go.
What? Okay, that was weird. That should have worked. Okay, whatever. I have a visual cue for that, but it didn't work. I was supposed to just fall and not have the camera not move, but alright. I blame 4-3. As you do nowadays. But yeah, Diddy's still pretty alright. He's not great, but still better than Olimar. And Pikachu's fine too, but...
Hashtag anything's better than Olimar.
Honestly, Olimar is literally the worst in Subspace. This one generator has a very odd hitbox where you can, like, never hit it. Which is a little annoying. Alright. So, now we're going to move on into the last boss fight, I think? No, technically. The last boss fight of Subspace. And that'll be Meta Ridley.
Ridley.
For some reason, he's here.
I mean, Ridley's main job in any game is just to be obnoxious.
Pretty much. So the main goal of this fight is just get as many up smashes out with DK as possible, if not up air. And then don't die, as always. So Meterly has his attack where he kind of just grabs onto the edge and doesn't let go unless you do enough damage to him. But he did it right at the end, so it's fine.
At least Ridley's music is really good.
Yeah. So that's Subspace Bomb Factory 2. And that's the last we're going to see of the mainland for a little while. Technically. And this cutscene is... This next cutscene is probably the best. Is it this one? I don't even know. It's one of the next few. It's one of the best in the game. It's the big fight. I think it's the next one. Hey look, we got Piplup again. Remember to always yell your Pokemon. Alright, yeah, this one is very good. I bet half of the budget was blown on this cutscene. But that's okay. Because it's good.
Avengers Infinity War.
This is the most ambitious crossover in history.
Honestly.
Bowser's still a bad guy. Wario is just dead, I guess, at this point.
He's gone.
We'll see him later, he's just not gonna be a thing. Alright, so this big battleship thing is bad and big.
Yep.
So, that's cool. And then the halberd gets shot, and that's bad, and it's gone. The end. End of run.
Rip.
Oh, never mind, there's more ships. And then the Brawl theme plays, so you know it's important.
Honestly, I get so hype watching this cutscene.
Again, the whole animation budget was spent on this cutscene, so... And then Kirby out of nowhere!
I fucking boy, let's go! Oh, I swore on stream.
It's PG-13, you're allowed one.
Oh, heck yeah. Kirby coming in with those Last Jedi plays. Yeah, see where they like blink through the thing and it blows up. I have relevant pop culture references.
So we have all the ships, and then the Olimar kind of scoots in there too.
Also, Samus's ship was in there. Don't think I didn't notice that. I just didn't say anything. Any cutscene with my girl is a good cutscene.
Hey, look, there's Samus.
There she is.
There's literally everyone who you've played as so far.
My
or
girl, let's go.
But of course, we pick Meta Knight because, you know, you get a choice of 20 characters. You're gonna pick Meta Knight.
Of course.
So this is entrance to Subspace. So, like in Wilds 2, you technically could skip this first fight. However, you do actually die and you can't progress, even on PAL, which kind of sucks. So you can skip the fight, but you can't progress.
Nice. Those are my favorite kinds of tricks in speedrunning. It's like, we can get past this, and then we get stuck.
Yeah. So, generators are a suggestion. I'll break this one. It's probably gonna spawn another one. The one I broke earlier did. Alright, that one's gonna be nice. The first one I broke just spawned another pyramid. It didn't really care.
What if generators could spawn other generators?
Oh no.
Now, I think as a computer science major I can say with some authority that exponential growth is very, very fast.
Agree. I messed that up. I messed that up again. Let's not do it a third time. Alright, we're good now. So, I can actually skip 3 fights in a row here if I don't die, which is kind of scary. Alright, we're good. So that's 3 fights that skip there.
Nice.
Which is pretty nice, because, you know, skipping fights. Oh, Rip Bowser. Ganon was bad all along. But he was, like, extra bad now.
He's just mean.
Are you not entertained? But there's someone bigger than Master Hand. It's some weird blue guy. It's actually the guy from Watchmen. Oh no, it's Taboo, never mind. Yeah, Taboo's invincible, actually. I believe that's the lore.
Dang.
The wings he has makes him, like, all-powerful and stuff.
I mean, you know what they say, it's not a JRPG unless a bunch of teenagers use the power of friendship to kill God.
No, we use the power of third-party characters to break through Taboo. We'll get there later.
Also wasted.
So basically, because Taboo is so powerful, he just has the ability to make everything and everyone trophies. That's bad because everyone's now dead. Insert lots of ellipses here because I'm waiting to make my next point. Dot 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 dot. Also, Taboo takes everything from the Trophy Island place and makes it the Great Maze, which we're gonna have to go through later, which sucks, and I don't like him for it.
Great Maze is actually so long. Like, you get to this part in the run, it's like, oh, final boss.
It's like,
the
yeah,
run's gonna be over soon, right?
35 minutes later, you're actually done.
Yeah. Takes so long.
Alright, so, my next point. Not everyone's actually dead. So, those stickers that DDD had before, they untrophyfy people, or characters. This is never explained anywhere except now. So, they're okay. I guess.
The DDD redemption arc?
Yeah. So, DDD knew about Taboo's power. He knew that he can make everyone trophies, so he made these things that can untrophyfy people. And he used them to save the world. Pretty much, that's it.
DDD redemption arc. I think I might have said that already. I did.
And we're gonna pick Ness, because Ness is fine. He's better than the others.
Wow.
Rip Luigi.
So sad that we don't get to see my boy Weege. I saw you not free Samus and it made me sad.
Sorry. It's not fast.
It's okay. I understand.
It's not good.
So yeah, like...
So, in Subspace, I have the ability to free all of these trophy-fied characters, and I'm gonna free 4 of them.
Yeah,
out of like 20.
The ones
so
that
Pokemon
you free...
Trainer.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
The ones that you free are the ones that you can like use later on when you're like fighting people. So
So Pokemon Trainer, and then I'm gonna pick up Marth and Captain Falcon. I'm not gonna use them, but they make the menuing easy, so that's why I pick them up. So I picked up Marth there. Then we go through a little filler section for some reason. There's a character off to the right there, that's why. And Falcon is... there he is. Blaming 4x3 for that. Alright, so I got Falcon and Marth. Gonna pick up one more in the next stage. Alright. So DDD sees Bowser, and he's mad at Bowser. I guess, for some reason. And DDD untrophifies Bowser just to kill him again.
He was so mad, so he brought him back just that way he could fight.
And just like the beginning of the run, we're gonna suicide.
DDD side.
Yay! DDD side is the best.
What a fight.
So, as Bowser was, he is again a trophy.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And he's mad again, but DDD's like, hey, look, dude. Look, your master's dead.
See, I was kind of just hoping you would untrophyfy him again and then just fight again. Just keep fighting.
You just keep fighting him. Keep fighting him until you get bored.
He's just really mad.
Alright, now we go on to Subspace 2. And it's Kirby! Kirby also is okay for some reason.
Kirby is just
He
so...
eats things he shouldn't eat.
He's so pure and good.
But he eats things off the floor. Come on.
He just likes eating. Don't act him.
Give him a break. Look at the plot device. Thanks, Kirby.
I could never hate Kirby. Kirby could murder someone in front of me and I would still be like,
Kirby
so
has murdered a
cute."
lot of things.
He has.
See this speedrun. So we're gonna pick up Meta Knight here, because, obviously, like, come on.
Yeah.
Meta Knight's a little busted. Break some blocks here, just to go down. Gonna use a stone there, because there's an enemy, and they would grab me. Like I mentioned earlier, floating lips have cooties. Kirby is very susceptible to cooties, obviously.
Terrible disease.
So a nice long auto-scroller here, and I think this is the last auto-scroller of the run.
Wow.
Yay! We're still into like 40 minutes in the run, but... yeah, so there are cutscenes that play if you get certain characters, however, the rules of this category are any cutscenes that play in a regular any % run. So... we're missing out on 2 total. The ones we're missing are the Wario cutscene and the Ganondorf one, so... but the rules specifically say only the ones in an any % speedrun, and this is part of the any % run, so... we're good. The run's cool still. But yeah, this next fight is kind of weird because Primids spawn in like weird spots, and it's kind of annoying. And they like to just like fall through the platform sometimes and just die, wasting my time. I'm gonna trip. You know, tripping has actually not done a lot for me today. That's a good thing. Tripping, of course, is a mechanic in Brawl that is universally hated by anyone who's ever played the game. So this part I can just walk off, get on the sled. Jumping kind of carries some momentum. It's not really a big deal, but it's there. Gotta kill this chicken thing.
Goodbye, chicken thing.
Gotta kill this totem pole thing. Nice.
Goodbye, totem pole thing.
And 3 more chickens. And we're out. Bye, Wario. Bye, Wario. Alright. And that is the end of the subspace portion of the speedrun. Kirby's like, what are you doing? Why?
Bowser's just taking out some anger on his boss. We've all been there, let's be honest.
Of course.
He gives Kirby a hug, it's so good.
He just drags him. It's like, hey, come with me. We gotta save everyone. Alright, so here we are at the Great Maze. If you've ever played Subspace, you know you hate this. And I know you do. So we're gonna pick Meta Knight because he's good. And that's about it.
As a bit of context, Great Maze is like, so what if we did all the stages again in a maze? So that's Great Maze, and it's awful.
And all the bosses. So we're gonna fight all the bosses again. We're gonna fight every single enemy who we've encountered in Subspace so far. And enjoy.
Yep. So if you missed one of the stages before, if you had to like go to the bathroom or eat or something, you can see it again.
So the main strategy I'm going to go for all these fights is some combo into Shuttle Loop or Up B. It kills very, very quickly on easy.
Yeah.
And it's just really good overall. So I'm going to be going for that as much as possible. I think in every case I will be. Unless I like miss, and that's kind of awkward, but...
Some of the fights, if you do the combo right, just look really slick and real fast.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Kirby should look pretty cool if I do it right. I'm just going to down smash when he gets close, and then up B. So like that. And then Link should also look pretty cool. I'm just going to dash attack and then up B right away. I'm also trying not to take as much damage as possible because damage carries over until I heal. And healing wastes time, so I kind of don't want to. So Link kind of moved a bit after I hit him, but I was able to follow it up and take him out. So these yellowish doors are, or the orange doors, you can go in there and heal. Some of them you can warp through. And we're going to be using that later, just to save a good amount of time. So here we need to go through a maze within the maze, kind of, to get to the next fight. So there's, I think, 40, maybe less than 40 total fights in this whole thing. And it takes about 30 to 35 minutes or more, depending on like your level, I guess. Plus time for cutscenes. So Yoshi, I'm just gonna try and hit. Nah, I missed him. So I tried to hit him out of his jump just to kind of gimp him, so he couldn't recover. But missed, so I actually have to kind of do the fight now. Should be enough? No. Alright, there we go. Some of these fights, if you don't get the setup to kill quickly, the fight takes a lot longer than you want it to, which is annoying.
Yeah, some of the fights can snowball and just go really wrong if they're like really out of position.
Yep. So, for speedrunning this game, knowing how Meta Knight's glide works is extremely important. Just for like, even like minor situations like what I just did there, just for movement. You need to know like how to control it, how to gain speed, how to just do whatever, and it's fairly difficult. There's a bit of a learning curve to it, but it's not awfully hard. So I'm going in this door and leaving right away because I'm gonna teleport back here later. I don't really need to heal because there's only 2 more fights, and then we'll be good for that part. So here's Captain Falcon. This fight's kind of awkward, usually. Unless I say it's bad, then I always do okay on it. And now we're gonna move over to Olimar. And I have a gigantic gripe with this fight. So, the music for Olimar is not Pikmin, it's Kirby.
Of course.
My favorite Kirby character, Olimar.
I mean, they're really taking Kirby in a bold new direction with, what was the new Kirby called? Star Allies? Star Allies, yeah, that one.
Alright, so I'm just gonna reset. I think I'm done here.
Alright.
That's fine, right?
Yeah, it'll get us ahead of schedule. It'll be good. We got Spyro coming up. It's gonna be great.
Actually, I messed that up. Oops. So, resetting here saves a lot of backtracking time. I messed up my characters. I meant to pick Charizard first, but that's alright. Or Squirtle, I guess. Cool. So yeah, this is a little bit of a time loss. Alright. You didn't see that. Pretend I just started as Charizard.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go into Do-On fight, and I'm picking Charizard just for this fight because, as seen earlier, Charizard shreds bosses. And he'll do the same here.
This Do-On fight is usually... This Do-On fight is usually a lot more consistent just because it's way shorter, because Charizard destroys Do-On.
Right.
But Do-On can still be obnoxious sometimes.
Yeah. That was pretty alright.
Yeah.
So when you kill a boss, all of the, like, blast zones despawn, so I can't, like, SD after killing the boss. I would need to do it before. And so that's why I had to do it right here to get Meta Knight.
It's probably a safeguard just to make sure you don't, like, die when the boss dies.
Yeah. You can still take damage after the boss is dead, but you can't, actually, like, die. We might see the damage in Porky. So Snake is the next one. Fight almost went really well. This one's pretty hard because Snake's recovery is really good. Some of these Primates here love to hit you, and it's really annoying because their moves are very quick, and that's lame. So I'm gonna grab this key, and maneuver through these guys in the bottom, come back up. These, those ball things, the audio for killing them is stacked, so if I kill like 10 at once, it'll be really loud. Thankfully, that one wasn't. There's one more of those later. So I guess preemptive headphone warning in like 5 minutes. Alright, Game & Watch is kind of finicky. For some reason, the lighter characters are harder to kill, and the heavy characters are very easy to kill. I don't know why, but DDD and Rob are just very, very light, apparently, when it comes to getting hit by up B. I don't know. It happens. Alright, gonna leave the halberd. Gonna fight Meta Knight himself.
Trust no one, not even yourself.
This fight's pretty annoying sometimes. For some reason, Meta Knight's actually like good, like AI-wise, so he likes to actually attack, which is not fun.
Oof.
So again, kind of just more gliding stuff. Kind of knowing where you want to go and how you can get there with keeping your speed. But we're just going to glide over this whole section into Ness, where this fight should act similar to Yoshi. Nah. He usually jumps at me, and then I can just hit him out of that, and then he can't recover, but that's fine too. So ideally, I don't want to take damage from now until Porky, but I probably will, because this next section's pretty hard. But we'll see how that goes. So in places where gliding really isn't like an option, like in tunnels, we're just going to spam Tornado, which is kind of mash heavy, but it's not bad.
Nice thing about
the more you mash, the longer the tornado lasts, but...
The nice thing about the tornado is even if you tornado, you can tornado into basically anything, and you won't get cancelled out of it. Like,
right. For the most part,
takes priority over pretty much all other moves, so you're very safe tornadoing.
Yeah, tornado's a good, very good option. That's why it's one of the reasons why Meta Knight's so good in competitive play. That and his frame data is busted.
Yeah.
So yeah, I took a lot of damage. I might die on Porky. That's fine. It'll be a little slower, but still gonna try not to, of course. Still good, albeit barely. Alright, this move can kill me easily. As it does. Cool. So now we're DDD, and DDD sucks.
Yeah. It is really difficult to make it through like all of this and keeping Meta Knight, just because the damage just really slowly starts to add up, and then Porky wrecks you.
Porky has a lot of moves that just kill you basically instantly if you're at like over 100%.
Yeah.
But DDD's not the best, but he's alright. Especially here, he's pretty bad. Like, I'd love to be Meta Knight and just glide here, but sometimes it's just not possible. So because of that, I am going to have to heal/change characters here, which loses about 15 seconds per time, but it's way worth it than staying DDD for the next however long. So I really like this next room for movement-wise. The wind combined with Shuttle Loop is just really cool. We just move all the way down to DK. So I tried to just ladder him up to the top. It's kind of annoying, but it's a lot faster than having to kill him off the side. Cool. So we get a glimpse of where we're going to be back later after we kill everyone, but we have a long ways to go for that. So next we're going to fight Samus, and Samus fight is very easy.
A girl, let's go.
As I proceed to miss everything in the fight. Easy fight, remember?
Easy, easy.
There we go. There we go. So next is Pikachu, which is sometimes easy, sometimes not. We'll see. I'm gonna do something similar to what I did on Kirby, just the down smash into up B, and we'll see how it goes. And it looks like it's gonna go very well. Nice. Finishing fights like that quick are just so nice.
Yeah. Get to live out all your like action hero fantasies of like destroying someone in one punch. Smack them
Pretty
right off the
much.
stage.
So now we're at another like lever switch button thing. Kind of annoying, but gotta do it. So as mentioned earlier, Rob is usually a heavy character, but he can just die in 1-up-B like that. For some reason, he's very light and just very like resistant to that one move, which is kind of strange.
Meta Knight owns all.
That property is kind of shared with DD as well. He kind of just flies away. So I'm getting owned. Getting a lot of side views as opposed to neutral, which is bad. Here's that headphone warning I said earlier. Coming up in a second. Maybe. Yeah. So yeah, the audio just stacks on top of itself, and it makes it really loud and obnoxious. And not fun.
I tried to cut the game audio quieter during that bit so it wouldn't like obliterate people's headphones.
That's good.
Yeah. So hopefully it wasn't
So
too
here
bad
we
on
are,
stream.
Ridley. And Ridley acts a lot better now compared to what he was pulling before.
Is Ridley not being obnoxious? Oh my god.
Not usually. In Maze, Ridley's very tame. And that's nice. I took a lot of damage, but whatever, I can heal.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Ridley.
Rip.
I just feel a nice bit of like a vicarious satisfaction every time you kill Ridley because of how annoying he is in Metroid games.
Good. Alright, so now we're going to move on to Bowser, and I'm going to try not to take like 1000% of damage here. It's very easy to.
1 million damage.
Alright, I'm already at 30, so that's good. Alright, I got a star. That's extremely helpful.
Yeah.
It's probably like the best item to get in Maze. Alright, cool. On to Bowser. This fight kind of is annoying. Alright, didn't take too much damage. But yeah, these fireballs that are gonna show up here are little annoying.
They're like Podoboos, but not cute, so I don't like them.
They don't have a face.
Yeah.
Cool. So next is DDD, and like I mentioned earlier, he's fairly easy, but if I'm at like a high percent, he can just hit you once and kill you, so hopefully I won't die. Probably not, but you never know. This is referencing the Battlefield Fortress, where DDD was obviously very prominent in. But like, we're also going to go back to Battlefield Fortress later, so it's weird. I should not have done that.
I mean, it's
Alright,
a
we're good.
maze. Everything's all out of order.
I guess. I almost died there, but we're good. Alright. Moving on to the swamp. These spinners can kill you at 0%. This one right next to the door, notably. If it hits you and stage spikes you, you're just basically dead if you don't tech it, which is awful.
Great.
Falco should be dead here. No, he lived.
For those who don't know, who maybe aren't super familiar with Smash, teching is a thing. I almost said it's a bit of tech, which it is, but
I mean, it is.
yeah. Basically, if you press the dodge or block button, like right when you hit a surface, you will cancel the animation for you like getting knocked off of that surface. So like, if you get thrown into a wall with a ton of momentum, normally you'll like knock off the wall at a, an incident angle and get obliterated. But if you tech it, you cancel that momentum and you can save yourself. So that's what teching is. It's very important in competitive play.
It is. Fox likes to open with like the most random stuff, and it works because I'm bad.
I mean, the do moves at random is a surprisingly effective AI for a lot of games.
Honestly. Especially like when you want him to do like one thing and he just doesn't. Like I've seen Fox open with like down tilt, up smash, lasers, it's bad. It's a bad fight. Alright, now we're gonna move on to Ridley, but better.
Ridley
Meadow.
again.
Ridley.
Ridley's like died
Ridley,
and been reborn or rebuilt or whatever like 30 billion times throughout the Metroid chronology.
Really?
Yeah. Because you kill him in like every game. So in some of them he's like, oh, he wasn't really dead. And someone's like, oh, we turned him into a giant robot this time. Like, I think he dies for good in Fusion, but I'm not sure. I'm not super brushed up on my Metroid lore.
My god, shuttle loop when you're in mini is so quick.
The speed!
So luckily I don't need to heal here, which is nice. Now we can go on to Mario, which is theoretically, I think, the fastest? I think Samus might be the fastest fight, if done, like, correctly. I think in minus, Mario's the fastest.
Thank you, Chibi Plan. He dies in Fusion by virus, and you still have to kill his clone later. Classic Ridley. Classic
always
Ridley.
Alive somehow. Alright, so these next rooms are the hardest in Maze by a good bit. Mainly the two from now. And these are all pretty hard, but... yeah. There's just a lot of stuff that can hurt you here as you move on to the next boss. I've died in this area plenty of times.
There's just a lot going on that you have to deal with.
Yeah. So this next room is probably the hardest because there's a lot of enemies that I'm not going to kill, and if I don't do the part fast enough, they'll hit me and do like another 80% probably. Alright, so we got out just in time. Now that we're up here, it's safe.
Yeah, that looked scary
so
there.
That trackball on the bottom was most important there.
Are those actually called trackballs?
Yes, I think
That's
so.
great.
So now I have Gallium. I might die here. Hopefully not, but it can go either way.
Gallium,
most bosses just go either way, except like PD. If I die on PD, I'm resetting. Like, the first fight in Maze, like, shouldn't be too hard. Alright, so that's Gallium. Part 2.
Do you use the neutral air there with Meta Knight?
Yes, for all bosses, neutral air is the best with Meta Knight. But yeah, all of these bosses have the exact same AI as before, so like they're not like souped up versions of the same. They're the same, no like new moves as far as I'm aware. Probably not, but they're just the same boss, but you fight him again.
I guess the idea is now you have all the characters, so you can like fight them with different people.
Yeah, you can kind of fight them with whoever. Alright, doing that mostly damageless is very good. I believe the next fight is the hardest in Maze, Zelda. I don't know if it's because of her AI or how like the stage is laid out, but it's just a really hard fight. And that's the fight. Cool. So that was pretty good.
This fight's really hard, kills her in 5 seconds.
That's how it works for my mazes. I'm like, yeah, I hate this one, and then it's like perfect. I'm like, it's still bad though. Like,
I wasn't lying. Like, I don't like it.
It's like I can do well, but like it's still hard. Or if like a skip is really easy, then I miss it. It's like, no, it's still easy. I just missed it. Like, Peach Works really well sometimes. Didn't this time.
That's how I am a lot with my speed games. Like, I'll get the really hard tricks, like, first try, and then I'll mess up easy stuff all the time.
Yeah. Alright, and we're gonna reset again. Because we can. Alright. So there's not too much more left, actually. There's probably about 10 more fights, maybe? And then, final boss. Which is nice.
We're nearing the end of the maze.
We are.
We have a couple more cutscenes still.
Yeah. I think Charizard is number 26 or 28 out of like 35-ish. Pokemon trainer, rather.
Does he always start with Charizard?
Exactly. What was that?
Does he always start with Charizard?
Yes. So this room looks scary, but if you just tornado through, you don't get hit. Okay, don't get hit by the flows. Those like green, like digital looking things are flows, and they're really annoying on like higher difficulties.
I always thought they looked kind of like mummies.
Sorta, yeah. That was really risky. The first one I did. So like if I shuttle loop and don't recover, it's just dead, and I need to be Charizard, which is bad, because Charizard is actually awful for everything not bosses. Alright, Luigi's kind of just here in this corner, like Luigi always is.
He's chillin'.
He's dead.
Dang.
RIP.
Goodbye, Weege. I'll miss you.
RIP.
I briefly considered becoming a Luigi main at one point, just because I like Luigi.
It's reasonable. This climb is also fairly annoying, but it's not too bad. If you're Charizard, this climb is like near impossible. It is probably the worst thing you can do to yourself in Maze.
Yeah. There's a section in one of the Sonic games that was like this. I think it was Sonic Adventure 1. Where it had this similar type of like tilting platforms. I don't know why I thought of that.
So now we have Rayquaza as our next boss fight.
Everybody's favorite water Pokemon.
Yeah, I love when Rayquaza just comes out of the lake to deal with Kyogre and Groudon, the guardians of the air and wind, respectively.
Yep.
So I'm going to teleport back to where I kind of just was. And I also heal, which is really nice. And we're going to go back up and fight Lucas and start the last leg of Maze. So after this, there's Lucas, then Lucario, Ice Climbers, Ike, Marth, Ganon, and we're done. Taboo, but we're done. So that's good.
Nearing the end of this run.
Yes. Lucas is a fairly difficult, sometimes, fight, but that went really well.
Yeah.
So here's the climb that we did earlier, the exact same thing, with a couple, like, platform changes. Did that last time or two. Oh boy. I can jump, I swear. Alright, Lucario is kind of heavy, but like kind of not. Not as bad as Rob in DDD, but still pretty bad. That was a really good fight.
Yeah.
Movement there was pretty bad, but... Alright. So Ice Climbers, as you probably know, are 2 characters. I only need to kill one of them. Conveniently, the one on the right here. Alright, final 3. Just a good bit of movement to get to the next ones. Nice. Ike kind of doesn't know how to recover. Sometimes. He might here. I think he's close enough to. Nope, never mind. Yeah, he just doesn't know how to recover. So he'll just fall.
Wrecked.
Pretty much. So I'm going to go in this door to reset the cycle on the moving ceiling to the right. If I didn't do that, I would have to wait. And I don't really know if it saves much time, but I think it does by a little bit. This guy likes to trip into me. So this whole part is just avoiding a lot of enemies, because killing them would be too slow. Alright. Marth is a tricky fight. Sometimes. He was just in a really good spot there. He's gonna move all the way to the bottom of the castle. Grab the key, tornado over some stuff, and start the last Great Maze fight, Ganondorf. Who is very well known for killing runs sometimes, but he cooperated. And here we are at the gates of whatever they're called, and
the gates of Gate.
Taboo. As I mentioned earlier, only the power of a third-party character can break Taboo's power. And it's Sonic.
Whoa!
Speaking of out of nowhere, Sonic comes from literally nowhere. Alright, so time is on last hit of Taboo. I'm going to use Charizard, because again, Charizard shreds bosses. We know this.
Yep. Just call time when it happens, because of RTMP delay.
So Taboo has so many moves that can just kill you instantly, and I'm going to try not to get hit as much as possible.
Man, Charizard's recovery is just not very good.
Yeah, Charizard's not a good character. Safe to say. So there's one move you can do where it's off waves. We probably all have. It's this. Probably all have experiences dying to this. It's not that hard. You kind of just spot dodge. It's still kind of tricky, a little scary, but alright. And of course he does a move that I can't hit him in, and time.
That is 3:01:51.
Alright. Not bad. That is a world record by 6 minutes.
Yo, can we get some world record hype in the chat?
Woo! However, the in-game time does not end until the end of credits, which are required to watch for cutscene percent. So we are going to watch the credits.
So the run's over, but we have to watch the credits.
Yes, the run is over. RTA timing does end at Taboo, but in-game timing ends at credits.
Gotcha.
It's about 5 minutes.
Great.
So
We get to hang out and watch credits for a few minutes.
Yep. So the lore behind that, like, X thing is kind of dark. It's like you killed Taboo and like recovered enough, but like the island's never gonna be the same. That's why that like X is there. It's a little scary, but cool. If you ever wanted to know the lyrics to the main theme of Brawl, here you go. It's all in Latin and also English, but you really can't sing it in English. So, yeah.
How you doing, Scott?
I'm doing alright. I need to be up for another 8 hours. I'm not looking forward to it.
I'm feeling tired myself, but we're going strong. We're going strong.
Yeah, we're doing alright. So, yeah.
Lovely weather we've been having.
Sure. I don't know, do I have people to thank? Maybe. I'd like to thank Golden SRL for having the 12-hour challenge. Without that, I wouldn't have played this game. I don't actually remember why I wanted to play this game, so that's cool.
No, you play Smash games, like other
yeah,
than
but I guess one day I was just like, I'll run this game. It seems pretty cool, and then I ran it, and I'm like, it is pretty cool. And here we are.
And there it is. Do you want to like shout out any other like notable Subspace runners?
I think he's in the chat still. Rubber Ducky Assassin. He's cool. He runs this game. He has world record in any percent. He's been pretty encouraging. Just like keep it up, keep playing. And that's nice. The Brawl community isn't really too big. There's about 4 or 5 of us that are like active and like run. So that's pretty cool. Kind of want more runners because a lot of the top times are fairly free to get nowadays. Top 4 is like 2 hours, 11 minutes for any percent, and then number 5 is like 220. So if you want to get top 5 in Brawl, take you about a week and a half of practice if you're pretty alright. I would recommend it. The game's very fun to play. It's not too intensive. It's pretty chill. So if you want a sort of long game to run, I definitely recommend this. If you're comfortable like playing Smash already. Other than that, shoutouts to speedrunning and Speedruns Rochester. Donate to see more stuff like this at future events.
Oh, there's a fighting game speedruns like Discord server for all fighting game speedruns. Yeah, do you not know about this?
I do. I'm not in it, but I know it exists. There's
so...
also a it's also a Smash fighting game, or there's a Smash Bros. Speedrun Discord. Just in general, if anyone wants information on that, just let me know. And there's still a couple more minutes. What else can I say?
What'd you have for lunch today?
I really didn't.
I had
a pizza for dinner.
Yeah, nice.
Shoutouts to Havoc for meeting the physics engine for this game.
Shoutouts to the Havoc physics engine.
Smash Ultimate is being made in Unreal, which is good.
Yep, a good engine.
So, also something, in the first completed run that you do of Subspace on like a new file, you need to watch the credits for some reason. Like, you cannot skip through them. So that's why I had to do a run before this, just in case the incentive didn't get met, so we wouldn't have to sit through the credits for 5 minutes. But it did, so we're good.
Also, rest in peace, Satoru Iwata.
Aw. The end. So that should be about 306, 307 in-game. 306. So that's pretty cool. The previous world record was 307 RTA. 312 in-game time. So, I think at least. Something like that. So a 6-minute PB is pretty cool.
Nice.
It was actually 308, 313. So it's a 7-minute record.
In a marathon, no less.
In a marathon. It's because I haven't run it in 3 months. Wow, that that run was March 2nd. All right, cool.
Oof.
But yeah, I will be around in a little bit for hosting throughout the night. So try not to miss me too much. I'll be back in a couple hours. And I think that's it for me.
All right. I'm going to throw us back to
See
the
you soon.
in-between. Up next, we've got Spyro the Dragon by Stump.